one win so far in the season. Seymour had been playing well till they had a real aberration last week. Very, very poor performance against Marupna, where they lost by 50 points, so it was disappointing. So they'll be looking to bounce back in today's game, and when they kept for Benalla, and I think the teams are going to line up. I think there might be something for maybe something said about this, saying no to violence, but we'll wait and see on that one. Letting our listeners know, and also welcome to all our listeners through Seymour 103.9 and all our streaming services that you can listen to us anywhere in the world if you want to listen in. Our special guest at half-time will be the new president of the Seymour Football Netball Club, Peter Elliott. And we'll talk all things about Seymour, a lot of wide-ranging topics with Peter, and it'll be good to catch up with him and see how he's going in his first year as president of the Seymour Football Netball Club. All right, it's a great pleasure to welcome this afternoon our commentator for the day. Welcome to you, Greg Sharp.
Jeff Ward, thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. It's actually like winter.
Yes.
It's like football should be. We've been, well, some people would say blessed with what would be normally really uncharacteristic weather for May. We had a beautiful day at Marupna last week weather-wise, and I'll emphasise the weather-wise part of it. And it was a good drive home with that sunset. But, yeah, look, it's probably going to be lucky to be 13 degrees. No wind to speak of. Actually, we're expecting some rain today here, but that's something that is... it's like the oasis in the desert for Victoria and South Australia at the moment, isn't rain? Yep. And all the farmers, they've gone past it now. Everyone I talk to about, you know, whether they've had a drop of rain, they go, oh, well, we'll wait for it to come. If it comes, we'll worry about it then. But, yeah, it's sort of, we only had 2.5 mil overnight, where we were supposed to have somewhere between 7 and 25 mil. But anyway, it's the way it's going at the moment. So I
was going to get you, Greg Sharp, to describe the surface. Normally here at Kings Park, it's a beautiful surface. Nice and green.
Well, it actually still is.
Yes, it's a nice surface, but I'll get you to describe it rather. The colouring is
the frost. Yeah, the frost has actually sent the grass yellow here, and that's because this year they didn't oversow the oval with ryegrass, and that was mainly due to a number of events that take place and the time frame that's needed now to get that grass to germinate and to establish, and people need to keep off the oval, and that wasn't the case this year, so it didn't get done. So it's look, doesn't bother me. I watch a bit of Japanese racing. See, they're the bit different. See, everything's about image now. In Japan, they just let the grass go yellow.
Yep.
Right, the frost or whatever it does, it goes yellow, the grass, and that's what it's done here. I mean, everything today, you have my involvement with racing and that, everything about the tracks today and about football today is about the presentation and the image, not about the actual nuts and bolts of the game. The nuts and bolts, as long as the grass is there, and that's what's here at Kings Park, there's plenty of grass, I've walked on it, there's no issue for the players. It just it's gone brown because we've had some heavy frosts over the last 2 or 3 weeks and no rain. So, look, I mean, to me, depends. Like people, humans, we judge everything by our eyes. I tend to think along the lines of the animals. They judge by what it is, not what it looks like. You know,
exactly.
And that's what humans do. Humans have a horrible habit of doing that. So, look, the surface is excellent. And that's just the way, and that's the way it will be this year. The only problem is going to be now if they get rain on these on the wickets without grass sown into them, it could turn to that black mud. But that's exactly what used to happen in the good old days, and nobody died from it. So I'm not one of the ones that I'm sick of not only football but sport in general all being about image instead of about what the game is actually about.
Fair
and it
point.
is. People have forgotten it's a sport, not a business. It's actually a sport, and humans have turned it into a business, and to the detriment of the game itself as well. But that's for the way that the world is going these days. It's a money-making venture.
Well, I can remember I was watching last night on the YouTube Carlton versus Essendon in the 80s, and it was a quagmire. It was just I forget where the ground. I just didn't take enough notice.
Well, it would have either been Windy Hill or Princess Park.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they started in the 80s. They started shifting games to the MCG, and that's where their figures are all wrong.
It was just a quagmire, and it reminds me of some of the grounds that we played on in our day, where it'd be a sea of mud, and you dive into the first ball you go for in the game, and you'd be covered in mud for the rest of the game. That's how you play, but that's just the way it was. They don't. Yeah. Luckily, they don't have to put up with that today with the conditions that they have. I was going to ask you, Greg Sharp, about Seymour's performance last week against Marupna. Just before we get into that, there are a couple of changes to the Seymour side. Welcome back to a couple of good young guys. Cooper Holsworth Rose is in today, and also Rory Kennedy. He's one to watch. Rory Kennedy, he'll be wearing number 55. Out injured is Ben Cooney. Looks like a bit of a shoulder problem with him, and Tom Martin. So they're going to miss a bit of experience down back, but they've got Lachlan Beattie back from he was out last week. So a couple of changes, but they would really want to
and one of the Giles was out last week too.
Yes.
So he's back. Yeah.
They're back. But they would want to atone for what we described as it was a very, very poor performance. It was really not up to scratch, was it? That's a nice way of putting it.
I just hope there was a few that were embarrassed by their performance.
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
Said to the club, hold on, don't worry about paying me this week. My performance was poor.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's not taking anything away from Marupna. They actually played very well. Their skill level was excellent. Their turnover rate was low. They had a period there just before half-time which put a bit of doubt in my mind that whether they were able to sustain that skill level for the whole 120 minutes. They could. In the end, the third and fourth quarter, they were very good. They had a team. They had numbers at the ball, and there was one stage there where a Seymour player got beaten in a contest and just stood and watched and never chased. I mean, to me, if you go to do that, if I was the coach, I would have taken him straight off the ground and sat him on the bench there and stay there for the rest of the day. Because if you're not going to participate, because what that does, it actually sends a bad message right through the younger players as well to say, well, hold on, if he's not chasing, why should I chase? And when you see the game the week before, or 2 weeks before because of Interleague, against the Shep Bears, it was a totally different game. So how can you go from two really good performances, Euroa and Shepparton, and then come out and put in a performance like that and it wasn't the fact that the opposition were a 50-point better side. They deserved to win by that, don't get me wrong, because they played well, but to me, Marupna aren't a 50-point better side.
They were allowed to, weren't they, Sharpie? And what's disappointing is it was a game that Seymour was definitely favoured to win after having won 4 in a row and knocked off the week before. We saw them at Deakin Reserve have a fantastic victory against Shepparton Bears, who are a very, very, very good team, played in last year's grand final. So they were expected to win that. So that's put a dent because they got themselves to 6th position. Because now after this week, Benalla is a must-win today for them. They now run into all the top sides. Next week, I think they've got next week Rochester here, then Echuca, then Kyabram. The 3 top teams they're going to run into. So that could be costly in the long run. What happened in a game that they're expected to win. I remember you saying before the game in your pre-match, you said you just don't expect it to happen. You've got to make it happen. A lot of clubs, we're going to win today. We've only won one game. Look what happened, 50-point drubbing. So they really, what they can do is atone for it with a good win against Benalla. But boy, Benalla are always competitive when they play against Seymour.
Well, no game, when you're middle of the road and towards the bottom of the list, no game's a gimme. And I mean, look, they had performed well up until last week. And look, young blokes are going to have that. They're going to have a game off. But it's not a matter of having a game off and getting beaten. Getting beaten is not the issue. It's the way you go about getting beaten. If you go out there and you play to your very best and it's not good enough on the day, the opposition are far too good, you walk off the ground and go, well, that was our best shot, we weren't good enough, no problem with that, not a problem at all. But when you go out there and there was certain issues, I'm not going to name players or anything like that, but there were certain times there I just shook my head and I thought to myself, geez, you're lucky I'm not coaching you, because I tell you what, you would have heard all about it, but and it's also about improving too. Improving your game and that. And the little things are what matter, who does the little things the best.
Yep.
And last week, Maribna were really good at it. No issue whatsoever. But I just find that, okay, and the part that was probably more disappointing for me was that I didn't see anyone out there that tried to change the way the game was going to be played.
No.
I mean, there was one, Dylan Scopel bowled one of them over there with a good hip and shoulder early in the third quarter. I thought, well, okay, that set a bit of a pattern, and then they just went back to their other ways. But I know the more I thought about the game afterwards, in retrospect, was the fact that I thought, how have they only won one game? Maribna, the way they played.
Just going to say, Greg Sharp, to update our listeners at the moment, well, on the main ground, there's no one here. All the teams have gone down to the netball courts. This is footballers too, and there appears to be some sort of speeches made, and would be no doubt with this say no to violence. But having gone 3 minutes past 2, we're going to have a late start here. Because it's a wonder why all the teams were waltzing down there, and it looks like they've, with the girls too, they're having a joint, some speeches, and for no doubt it would be in respect to the theme of the round in say no to violence. But the thing is, we're going to have a late start because they're still down there, and by the time the teams walk back up here and then do a warm up, we could be a good 10 to 15 minutes before we start.
Okay, earlier in the day, and Hank Creamers will run you through the exact scores. Ken Daniels, there's one there. If you're listening today, Ken Daniels, wish you all the best. I don't know the reason for his visit to hospital last week, but he was missed in the timekeeper's box. He'll be missed there again today. He's been a stalwart of that timekeeper's box. I'm very surprised. They've named the Ken Daniels stand over in that right forward pocket as we look at it, but probably the most appropriate thing to be named after Ken would be that press box over there where they do the scoring. So he's been there been around for a long while, Ken, and he hasn't been well the last week or so. And I hope I'm right in saying, well, he was in hospital last week, and it was interesting that I knew something was wrong because the sign wasn't out the front of Kings Park. So Ken always does the signs for the home games to say that there's a home game in the coming week, and that didn't take place this week, Ken. So
we're hoping that Peter Elliott, when I'll ask him at half time, the President Peter Elliott, if he has an update on Ken Daniel.
So the score, I don't have any scores because I usually get them off Ken, but I can tell you Benalla won the under-18s here at Kings Park today, and Seymour won the reserves by a big score. The last time I looked at it, it was 141 to 14, so that's by a long way. So Benalla have won the under-18s, and this is one of the things I've noticed about Benalla when the AFL made them disband their competition. They had a competition up at Benalla which mixed all the kids up. I remember going to the Rose Garden over at the bowling club there on a Sunday when they first mooted that this was going to be their plan, and I sat there and listened to Benalla talk about it, the president at the time, talk about it. I thought, wow, what a great idea. I thought, geez, if this works, this will be really good. And it worked well. Benalla, if you go back to that in the start of this century, I suppose, the 2000 and trying to remember when it was. It would have been about 2007 or 8. It would have been on a Sunday morning up there at the Rose Garden there at the bowling club there at Benalla. And they talked about it, and I thought, wow, this is really good. Anyway, they got this competition where all the kids were put into teams. I think they had 6 teams by memory, and they were all matched up. So you might have, Jeff, had 2 boys that were both ruckmen. Well, they wouldn't play in the same team.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They would play, so they'd put all the ruckmen that could play in the ruck into different teams, and they balanced it out. And the reason why they were so successful is because these kids played. So each week you would have children playing on another player of equal ability, so they both improved. There was one stage there where they must have had nearly somewhere between 8 and 10 players in the Bushrangers, and they were nearly unbeatable at Interleague, Benalla. They were really strong. Anyway, then they were made to join I don't know the whole nuts and bolts about them joining the Wangaratta League, because I think the Wangaratta League was struggling, and anyway, and to watch where Benalla are at the moment is a bit disappointing for somebody, especially me, that actually really enjoyed not only the risk they took at it, but the concept of how they structured their junior competition. And it gave me great enjoyment watching Benalla play interleague football against all these other leagues, and the way they played. The other good thing about it was these kids had all come up and they played against each other, with each other. So when they got into the higher competition, they actually knew each other, and they were played really well. So I just found that as astounding. But I know Longwood. I seen a thing today where Longwood have got the CEO of the AFL coming up to Longwood on the 21st to a luncheon there. Look, I'm not a fan of the AFL. I don't watch it anymore. I don't watch it. I don't like the way it's being run. I don't like, but, it's great to, what is it, Andrew Dillon's his name, isn't it? Yeah, coming out. I can't tell you the comments that were made from the Warrnambool Carnival when Gillon McLaughlin was trying to leave the car park on the Thursday afternoon because he's running the tab, and they wanted to hold all the people up going across the road, and so he could get out of the car park, and one bloke turned around and used some very colourful language to him to describe what he thought he'd done to country football. Him and all these people that work for him had done to country football and the standard of it and where it's heading, and it is disappointing. That's all I'll say. I could use some better language to describe it, but from where I started 15 years ago calling this game in the Goulburn Valley to where it is today is really disappointing, and the AFL have a lot to answer for that.
They do, and the thing is that we've noticed that there's no doubt that you ask anyone, the standard of football in all of the leagues has dropped. There's no doubt it's not as strong as it used to be, and we're seeing so many teams, it's real now, where the future of football is a big question mark over it, because we've seen like neighbours like Broadford cannot field a team anymore, have gone into recess, and there's been many joining them where they just can't get the kids coming through anymore, and the crisis in the youth, the juniors, is a real one. It's just not the youth ones coming through that like it used to bolster the teams, and Benalla, as you mentioned, is a perfect example of that. There's just not that youth coming through that they can put in, whereas you look at Seymour now, if you get a good young player, well, you're going to lose him to a higher standard. We know that, but
there's your problem. I've never been a fan of the Bushrangers and all this. I've never been a fan. You have a look at the quality of the grounds. Let's take Kings Park here, and I know Benalla as well. I know Deakin Reserve. There's nothing wrong with the quality of the grounds. And I did a game for 1FM about, I can't remember now. Could be 5, 6, 7 years ago now. And it was Benalla versus the Shep Bears at Deakin Reserve on a Saturday afternoon, right? Now, at this time, I think it was 8, but it could have been 6. Players for Benalla were playing in the Bushrangers the next day. Right? The next day at Deakin Reserve. I asked the question on radio, who knew about that? The reason why I knew, I can't believe this, but they had 2 lines at Deakin Reserve for the boundary. One was for the Bushrangers and one was for the game on the Saturday, right? This is how bad the game's got, and the people that are running it. Anyway, and I asked the groundsman, I said, why you got 2 lines here? He said, one's for the Bushrangers. They have to have their line there. I go, you're kidding me, aren't you? It was about a metre inside, whatever. Anyway, so I started thinking about it. Now, if that game was played, if those Benalla kids were playing for Benalla in the seniors that day, there would have been roughly somewhere between 6 to 12 families that were coming to the ground to watch their kids play, right? But they were coming there on the Sunday, and I said to the blokes I was working with at 1FM, I said, how many of you knew there was a game on here tomorrow? They said none of them knew the game was on. They couldn't work out what the 2 lines were for. I told them. This is what the groundsman told me. Now, I mean, look, and I clearly stated I'm not an advocate for the AFL the way it's run today, and it is just a business, and that's all it is. But I'm also disappointed in the advance. One of the things that we're going to struggle with here, because I've probably only got a couple of years left at doing this caper, is that you can't get kids to come along, because the bottom line is there is no pathway for them to get into calling. None whatsoever.
No.
You're going to go at the AFL. Calling the AFL games would be a walk in the park because you'd know every player in every team after about 2 or 3 weeks. It'd be an absolute walk in the park. Now, these kids have got nowhere to learn. They come here, but they learn. If they come here, they learn. Where do they go to from there? Yeah. Because all these jobs that are going in the media today aren't to journalists, aren't to that. They're to ex-footballers, that most of them that can't walk away from the game, right? And they're making big money out of a game that they've already made big money out of. And there's no pathway for real commentators to come through or kids to learn about commentary and all that sort of stuff.
And it is usually the upper echelon of players, let's name them, like Luke Hodge, walks into the job with Channel 7. One that, as soon as he retires, will be a mainstay, will be Dangerfield. Walks into a big-time job as in this media as a specialist commentator and this is what happens.
So how do you encourage kids to come along and have a crack at it? And like the Clinton Gribuses, and I'm thinking the other bloke that was at the ABC and that started out in the Eastern District League. Okay, round 9, umpire holds the ball alive. Enough of that. We get this game underway. It is underway, and the umpire's got to put it up in the middle. Marriott, actually didn't win it. He got it at ground level. Beattie wrapped him up in a tackle, and we got a secondary ball up in the middle of the ground. First quarter brought to you by Seymour Toyota. How we at at Seymour FM travelled to the game. Welsh out of the middle. The hand pass missed a target there in Marnie. Over the top it goes. Seymour can win it back. Shraven can get it. His hand pass will come back inside. Left foot kick will go inside, attacking 50. And, geez, I'll tell you what, there's that...
Fowler.
That is Fowler with the long sleeves on today.
Yeah, it was Tom Jeffrey that down with a good long kick, and Fowler took a strong mark in front of the Ken Daniels stand, but he's on a better angle. He's probably on a 45-degree angle, and they're kicking towards the Emily Street end in this first quarter, Seymour, and that's a good start. It was well done there out by Shraven, and then Tom Jeffrey combining, kicked it long, and Fowler about 35 out, 45-degree angle for the first goal for Seymour to the Emily Street end. In he comes, but he's pushed it right across, and it's going to go off hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw in the right forward pocket.
Yeah, so there you go. And look, it's not only just us here at Country Football that are going to struggle with broadcasters. It's going to be right across the board. So you need to be able to provide a pathway for these kids to go, okay, well, it is worth me while, because there's a lot of work involved in doing what we do. Bottom line, Kennedy from the boundary throw-in for Seymour on the bottom of the pack. Tackled there by Martinello and Matheson. Benalla forced a stoppage, and we've got a ball up, not quite out at right forward. Marriott tips it over the back. Actually, the free kick should have went the way of Benalla there, but it didn't. Welsh out the back, got smothered the hand pass. Shark by Murphy, right foot shot on goal will be a beauty. Seymour get there first, and I'll tell you what, the player getting up, Nick Warnock, how he never got a free kick for that, for in the back, is beyond me. Seymour get their first goal. Murphy gets it. 2-minute mark, first term, brought to you by Seymour Toyota.
Yeah, flipped out the back of the pack, and Jack Murphy, about 20 out, did a right foot banana, and he did it the right way. It went straight through the middle for Seymour's first goal after their first foray forward. So a good start to the Lions.
I put down a point for that. So they're 1 straight 6, Seymour. Sorry, my mistake. That went out of bounds. Fowler's kick on goal. So ball back in the middle. 2.5 minutes gone first term. And Jesse Brock did well against Marriott. Scopel at ground level won it, kicked it to centre half forward, bouncing ball, players around the ball. Warnock lays the tackle on. Ball was picked up there by Seymour was trying to think it was Lewis Lubeck, couldn't see. Warnock racked him up in the tackle. Stoppage, Marriott against Brock. Brock again, Welsh for the Saints, got it, and the hand pass away. It went the way of McCarthy. They can run it off half back through Martinello. His kick out wide went towards Barnes, couldn't mark it, and it went towards the boundary line and went out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Well, centre wing on clubhouse side of the ground.
Well, they've won both centre clearances so far in this game, Seymour.
So boundary umpire throws it back in. Over the back of the pack, Barnes got it. Hand pass inside, finds McGregor. McGregor can go to Martinello. He can straighten up and find Marriott. The big ruckman got a hand pass away. Kick will go inside, attacking 50. Out in front there of Wright. Can't take possession of the ball. The ball was put in front of him, bounced towards the boundary line, and the boundary umpire said it went out of bounds. Right forward pocket for Benalla Saints to the town end. Left of your dial. Boundary umpire to throw it back in. This time Seamus Feary against Marriott. Marriott won it. The free kick has got to go the way of Marriott by the look of it. Against Seamus Feary for hanging on. So this ball's only about 30 metres out now. That angle in that right forward pocket is pretty straight. And I don't think distance should be a problem. Actually, we were talking before, hardly any wind here. Overcast and cloudy, probably 13 degrees. Got a bit of a chill to it. It is winter.
He'll probably kick from about 40. He's been a good play for him the last few seasons. Mark Marriott, and he started well. 40 out, comes in, shot on goal. He may have pushed this too far to the left. He has. It's the first score for Benalla. Is a behind.
So Seymour 1 straight 6. The lead Benalla 1 behind. 5 points the margin. 4.5 minutes gone first term. For Seymour Toyota, the way we travel to football. Thank you to Adam and Graham Dove from Kilmore and Seymour Toyota for a motor vehicle each week. As Seymour play on through Cavigan out of defence. So Murphy with the mark. The hand pass went to Beattie and missed the target. Wrapped up in the tackle. Hand pass came out the back. Cavigan can get it back, and he does. Right foot kick towards House. Overruns the ball. Turned over. This is Cornell. His right foot kick has got to go back inside, attacking 50 for the Saints. And the mark will be taken, and they will shoot on goal. Just trying to see who it was. I thought it might have been... wasn't Matheson. 21 it is, actually. He's turned around Begley. Sam Begley. And he's going to kick from virtually the same spot as Mark Marriott kicked a while ago. The ball turned it over, Seymour. They've got to make their count when they pass the ball out of their defensive 50. Begley for Benalla's first goal. 40 out, shot on goal. He may have pushed this the other side. He went to the right, Marriott went to the left, and it's a point to Benalla, making them 2 behinds. They're 2 behinds, 2 points. Seymour 1 straight 6. And we've played nearly 6 minutes into the first term.
And one thing we've noticed, Sharpie, with Seymour, they try and drill the ball at a short pass so hard at your shoelacer, just hit the bloke on the chest. That's all you got to do. You don't have to barrel at 100 miles an hour, and a lot of the players in this side tend to do that. Hit it too hard like a bullet.
Yep. Make it even harder for the bloke catching it. So Cavigan will be the player that gets us back underway. He'll come out towards House, and he won't let him down. This time he'll mark at right half back. They're on the Tullarook Road side of the ground, coming up this wing. So he's going to have to go short, and he does as the shocker turned over. Actually, where Warnock got it off eventually to Martinello, wrapped up in a tackle by Murphy. And we'll have a ball up on the point of the centre square. Left half forward for the Benalla Saints. So we're on the Tullarook Road side of the ground. Marriott tips it back down. Welsh soccers off the ground. Didn't go too far. He goes back and wins it again. It ricocheted off a Seymour player. And we've got another stoppage. Virtually in the same spot. Top end of the centre square. So it's centre half forward for the Benalla Saints. Marriott again does the ruck work. This time against Elliott. Came down, Murphy won it. Cavigan, hand pass inside to Beattie. Beattie had to get rid of it really quick. Comes back to Welsh for the Saints. Right foot kick partly smothered. Barnes is there, Marriott's there. Hand pass out in front of Jordan Wolf. It'll sit for him now. Left foot kick, not one of his favourites. 2 Seymour players mixed it up there. Giles and Elliott, never called. Ball in dispute, down on ground level. Ball hand passed out towards Lewis Lubeck. That's socket off the ground. I reckon that's a goal. That has been socked from the right forward pocket by the Benalla Saints. I'm just trying to see who the player was that was done. It was obscured by 4 or 5 other players. He's the one with the white boots. I reckon it's 23. I reckon it's right. Nathan Wright gets the first goal for the Saints. Would have done well in that soccer match the other night.
Yes. Beautiful.
World Cup qualifier.
Yeah, beautiful finish. Poor play from Seymour. Two defenders caused that turnover. They both went in the air against each other and spilled it and caused the turnover. And they were able to. Wright was able to soccer a beautiful goal, and Benalla have the lead.
4-minute mark was Murphy's goal. At the 7 3/4 minute mark, Wright responds for the Saints. Ball back in the middle. Opportunity now for Begley to pick it up. Got dispossessed of the football. Ball spills out. Umpire said incorrect disposal. And the free kick will go to Marriott in the centre. Hand pass will go to Welsh. Marriott. He has, and this bloke has too. Welsh goes to inside attacking 50. Ball goes over the back of the pack. Comes out the back to Cavigan. A hand pass out wide. Oh, Jesus, I tell you what, Holsworth Rose was lucky. Probably ducked his head a bit there, got tackled high. Got out of trouble. So he's going to have to come across to Beattie, right across. This is going to have to be good, and it is. Finds him in the back pocket. Jordan Wolf stands mark for the Benalla Saints. So they're going to be forced up this Tullarook Road side of the ground. Goes short to Lachlan Giles by foot, and he marks. So Giles, they only gained probably 15 metres. He's going to have to square it up to Murphy. Murphy now will play on. Right foot kick will go towards centre half back. Cavigan, hand pass Beattie. On the right foot he goes towards Scopel, who's free. It's in the centre of the ground. High right foot kick is actually going to be suitable. Actually, Lubeck couldn't mark it. Ball come to ground. Ball spilled out. Now it's spilled out again. McCarthy took it and lost it. Ball spills out. Dylan Scopel can run into goal and put it through for Seymour's second goal. And his first goal of the day, and a very rare opportunity for Dylan Scopel to actually kick a goal.
Run into an open goal, he did well there, persisting with well done. Dylan Scopel's been playing on the ball and doing a good job, and he followed down. Good play from the back then from Murphy and Cavigan, combined also Beattie, and got the ball quickly into the forward line, which allowed the Seymour forwards. There was a good hand pass from Dylan Davis that got it out into the clear, and Scopel was able to run into an open goal.
So ball, waiting to come back into the middle. Boundary umpire will bring it in there now. So 2 straight, Seymour, 12. Benalla 1-2-8, the margin 4 points. Seymour Toyota and Kilmore Toyota. Sponsors of the first quarter here at Kings Park today, round 9, Golden Valley Football. Sees the Seymour Lions host the Benalla Saints. Ball back in the middle. Marriott beats Elliott for the ball easily. The free kick is going to go the way of Christopher Welch because he was held without the footy. So his kick will travel towards centre half forward towards Wolf. Can't mark it, but he can go back and get it now. Right foot kick. He's got to miss everything. Picked it up. He was under pressure from Seamus Fury, and it went out of bounds left forward pocket for the Benalla Saints.
Missed by a mile.
Missed by a mile. They actually probably had a little bit more time than what he thought
he had, yeah. In Seymour, Alexander Elliott is doing the ruck work with Brock. He's on the ball at the moment, but Marriott is controlling the airwaves at the moment, and he's leading in, especially, and on top in the middle is also Christopher Welsh. He's playing and they're getting a lot of drive out of their centre breaks.
So they go short. That's Seymour. Finds Beattie. Beattie will square it out wide. Mark taken. Is it House out there? Hand pass over the top. Thompson running onto it, can take it and go for another hand pass there to Murphy. Murphy will go back to House. His left foot kick will go towards half forward. Got pushed as he got rid of the kick and put it towards Kennedy. And it comes off shins and goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in front of the Eastern Hill Cricket Club rooms here at left half forward. Seymour to the Emily Street end. 12 minutes gone first term for Seymour and Kilmore Toyota. 1-2-8, the Benalla Saints. They trail Seymour 2 straight 12. So ball back in. Marriott, player there, Bedgley, trying to get it for the Saints. Couldn't. Ball out the back of the pack. Shraven, high ball, will come back towards centre half forward.
Dylan Davis.
Yeah. So
beautiful mark. Stood his ground and marked it. I think he's too far out. He's going to pass the ball out wide looking for foul, and he's going to get him. Good pass to Dylan Davis. Good thinking. And he's congratulated by his teammates because he put a beautiful ball out in front of Nathan Fowler to run onto, and he's marked, and he will line up virtually directly in front of Nathan Fowler to this Emily Street end. He'll probably kick from about 40 after a beautiful mark too by Dylan Davis. Very promising new player into the young player for Seymour. Nathan Fowler for his first goal. He's had a shot already. Can he make a tone with this one? In he comes, shot on goal. Looks pretty good as he pushed it too far. He has, and he's off target. It's a point to Nathan Fowler for Seymour.
They're 2-1-13, the Seymour Lions. Benalla 1-2-8. So 5 points the margin. What are they going to do, Benalla? The old Robert Walls.
Or congregated. They're all at the centre half back. Yeah, the Fowler just going off for a spell as Beattie comes back on the ground.
That one bemuses me. Why would you take a forward off that's kicked a goal?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, if you had a look at the body language of the player playing on him, right, you'd go, mate, no way you're coming off. Right? So they split and run out and mark at half back. Ball will come down the line and find Wright. So Wright now plays on. Nice little kick forward. Hand pass will come back inside and find Manny. Manny's hand pass will go right out to the wing because they're there for Riley. Riley went back inside. Ball out of bounds. No, good call. Yep, he was already out of bounds when he kicked.
Yeah,
good call, boundary umpire.
Yeah, he was going to pay it out in the full, and then he changed his mind. It was the correct decision.
Yep.
He was already out of bounds when he kicked the ball.
Eli thought he had himself a free kick. Incorrect. Good call by the boundary umpire. Actually, we had a good view of that one, Jeff.
Yeah, we certainly did.
Marriott doing the ruck work. Murphy sharked it, got tackled straight away. Pin. Good tackle there by Begley. So Begley's tackling. Been a feature, actually, of the game this season so far. Don't know, there hasn't been a team that hasn't been able to. Ball out the back. Riley. High ball will go towards centre half forward. Jordan Wolf there and Seamus Feary. Umpire said play on. Thompson can run onto it. Well done and kept his eye on the footy. Hand pass. Wright still there with him though. Thompson's going to have to pick it up. He's got to win the free kick. No, they can play on now. They do. Through Holsworth Rose, goes out wide and he puts the ball well out in front of Lewis Lubeck and couldn't mark it. Couldn't rein it in before it got to the boundary line either. It went out of bounds near the press box, 60 metres around from the goals for Benalla. So boundary umpire to throw it back in. 15 and a quarter minutes gone first term for Seymour and Kilmore Toyota. 2-1-13 Seymour. They lead Benalla 1-2-8 the margin, 5 points. Seymour come away with it. Here's Beattie in the middle of the ground can mark. He actually could have kept playing on. He does now. Left foot kick over the top is a good one out to run and work at it. Well done. This is Giles. Good hand pass inside. Got it back. Oh, geez, I tell you what, they're going to get out of jail. Here they are, the Benalla Saints there. Matheson can get a hand pass away. They can come out. This will be Welsh, who marks at half-back. Right foot kick he'll play on. Geez, a shocker for him. Actually worked out well. It's got to bounce well for Matheson. Can't do anything with it. Seymour can win it back now. They can. Hand pass, chain a hand pass. This is messy. Scopel's got it. Hand pass to Shraven. Shraven inside to Worcester. Right foot kick will come to forward, full forward. Pack forms. Off the pack comes Dundon at ground level, can win it back. Well done. Great smother there by James Dalton. Was on the ball, and now he can win it back. Hand pass will come back inside to Woods. Woods got to lose possession of the footy. No, he gets a kick away. Comes out wide. This is Gracie. Gracie's got to put it out in front of his teammate to run onto it, and that's Hill at centre wing. Oh, his hand pass. Look away. Pass to Jordan Wolf. Looked away all right. Yeah. Actually, that one there actually came off his foot and went out of bounds on the full. The free kick to Seamus Feary.
Beautiful looking. Look away. Hand pass to nowhere.
It's a nowhere. Goes forward. Actually can't mark it as Ladeau. Right foot kick goes forward and it's going to be cut off and marked there by Nick Warnock. So Warnock at half back for the Saints. Goes short and he'll find Dalton again. He can play on straight away. Oh, his left foot kicks a shocker. The target there was Matheson. He's missed him by 20 or 30 metres. Shraven can run onto it and win it and does. Gets a hand pass away to Scopel. Scopel will steady and come back to Cavigan at centre half back and he'll mark. Seymour have lost a bit of momentum out of that.
50,
no, he's got to get 50 metres for crossing the mark.
He's been good in his first quarter, Scopel. He set up a lot of forward thrusts. His thing was Cavigan will kick from right on 50. I think he might be too far out, but he's going back. He fancies himself.
Well, there's no breeze.
No, exactly. To the Emily Street end, he's been prominent. He's improved as the year's gone on, Lucas Cavigan, been a good player for Seymour. He's going to kick from centre half forward, right in front, just inside 50. In he comes. Shot on goal. He's made good connection. Will it get the distance right up to the goal line? Oh, did that go through? No one touched it. Oh, can you believe believe that? I think Ladeau went to the only one that went for the mark, but he missed it. But so did about three Benalla defenders.
I reckon would that be his first goal he's ever kicked, Cavigan?
It would be. It would be.
Okay, the 18-minute mark of the first term. Cavigan with his first goal. Seymour get their third to 3-1-19. Benalla 1-2-8 to margin 11 points.
They'll rue that one, how that got through. As I said, Ladeau went for the mark, but he got underneath the ball. And there was about three Benalla defenders that watched the ball bounce through for a goal. So it was well done to Lucas Cavigan. Good long goal from right on 50.
Ball back in the middle. Brock back on the ground for Seymour. Actually won that tap out down. Went to Worcester. His horrible-looking kick only travelled about 20 metres down the ground. Martinello gets it back for the Saints. Long hand pass. Geez, got tackled straight away. McGregor, umpire said free kick. It was too high, or is it going to his teammate in Gracie? I thought it was McGregor. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Scoper may have done a shoulder.
Yeah.
He's put his hand up.
So, long kick here from Gracie for Benalla. Goes to attacking 50. Swooping on it there, Riley. Couldn't get possession of the footy. Went back to Seymour, and that'll be Jeffrey.
Maybe hoping Dylan Scobell's just got a bit of a stinger, as they say.
He's got to get used to him being the back after playing up forward. So, ball up at half forward. Actually, Martinello probably should have got the free kick there. Got bowled over and then had the footy, but Jesse Brock ends up with it. He's back in the ruck. He'll be going up against McGregor by the look of it here. So, a couple of young blokes. McGregor took it out, tried to take it out of the ruck and lost it. Beattie won it for Seymour, kicked it forward, went to Woods. Woods got a hand pass away that didn't hit the target. It hit Beattie. Scopel out wide is going to get it, and Scopel will go to House in the centre of the ground. He marks that in front of Cornell. So his pass goes down to Kennedy, and Kennedy can run onto it. He's going to be a bit too far out, Kennedy. He's got the numbers in the corridor. He had Ladeau there as well, but he's probably going to be outside 50 by the look. It's hard to tell over there. He's in front of the Ken Daniels stand. He's
gone right back. He fancies himself. It's hard to say. I think he's going to kick from just outside 50. No, he's going to go the short pass, but he's missed the target and it's gone out of bounds for a boundary throw in the forward pocket right near the Ken Daniels stand.
So to the right-hand end, if you are listening, Ken, all the best to you. Hope for a speedy recovery as the boundary umpire throws it back in front of the stand, aptly named after you, off the pack. Hurried right foot kick by Bedgley is smothered. And we've got a stoppage, and we'll have a ball up inside attacking 50 for the Seymour Lions. They lead 3-1-19 to 1-2-8, the margin 11 points. So this time, Elliott did the ruck work. Beattie got it out of the ruck. The hand pass nearly to Dalton. He did get it, and he got it away to Martinello. His hand pass will come out and find Woods at left half back for the Benalla Saints. He'll go down the ground looking for right. Ball over the top of the pack. Running onto it, Holsworth Rose. His hand pass nearly intercepted by right of Benalla. Ball goes to ground. Feary can pick it up. Hand pass, Holsworth Rose can pick it up. His kick coming back out to Shraven's a shocker. Behind the pack will be Woods for Benalla and get a hand pass back inside to Gracie. Gracie will go to right and he can mark. He's on the Tullarook Road side of the ground, 60 from home. Right foot kick, top end of the square. Is actually nearly going to go the distance. Matter of fact, I reckon it'll be marked.
It's marked.
Right next to the right goalpost. And free kick.
Free kick pushing him back, go to Jeffrey.
Gee whiz. I'll tell you what, he did well there, Tom O'Brien. But anyway, evidently the umpire said he gave away a free kick. Murphy with the footy now. He'll go to Holsworth Rose, inside defensive 50. Short pass again is going to be cut off. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Kept inside there by Guy Barnes. And it's got to go out of bounds now, the umpire said. Couldn't keep it in. It's a long way away over there, even with binoculars.
Yeah, two poor passes from Holsworth Road and his short passing. Beattie's been fantastic. He just works so hard, Nathan Beattie. He's at every contest just about. He runs so hard.
So the boundary umpire throws it in. Jeez, I tell you what, wasn't a good one. Brock in front, picked it up at ground level. Who's in there for the Saints? I think it might be Bedgley. Was Bedgley. So he was in there, he secured it for them. We've got a ball up. Ball out of the ruck. McGregor took it out of the ruck and kicked it towards centre forward. They all stood and watched it. Here's a chance now for Cheese. Shot on goal. It's going to be a beauty. The Saints get their second goal there, 2-2-14 to 3-1-19. The Seymour Lions have played 22 3/4 minutes into the first term.
Excellent goal from Jaden Chee. They just persevered there, the Saints, and on the outside of the foot from about 35 out, he kicked a beautiful goal that bounced just through, and well done to him. And Benalla was right in this contest.
Well, the three players there just stood and watched that ball bounce. Yep. Not one of them attacked it.
Yep.
Well, and that's what happens. The opportunity came there for Chee, and he didn't let it go by. What do they say in that Newcastle song? Never let a chance go by.
No. Free kick to Murphy.
Against the other number 8 in Barnes. Gave away the free kick, centre of the ground from the ball up. So Murphy, been a bit quiet the last few weeks. Been busy this quarter, though. Plays on quickly. Left foot kick. He'll go out in the direction there of Giles. Can't mark it, but Benalla Saints can get it back. Swooping on the ball, Matheson. His hand pass will go out towards the boundary line. They can gather it just inside the line and go for a long ball. Geez, I tell you what, that was a good play. Inside. So that mark there, taken by Cornell, and he goes into the pocket and defend right again.
He's been a good forward for them. He presented, but he's going to kick from probably just inside 50, but he's on a tight angle. He's nearly on the boundary line, but he's been a good player for them, Nathan Wright, in this first quarter, giving them a good target up forward, and he's in that right forward pocket going to the Tullarook Street end. Been a kick from probably just on 50. Let's see if he's got the distance in him. In he comes. Oh, yeah, plenty. He certainly has. But I don't think he's got the accuracy because he's missed by a mile. It's out in the full. So he looked a beautiful kick off the boot, but the direction was wayward. And the free kick will go to Seymour in that back pocket.
Geez, it was a beautiful kick too, wasn't it?
Because we've travelled 24, nearly 25 minutes in this first quarter.
Well, I can't tell you, in the A-grade netball, in the second quarter, Seymour 15, Benalla 6.
That's a good handy lead to the girls over there.
That's one of the things that's really improved with these electronic scoreboards, is that from the netball you can actually see them from the football from where we broadcast. High ball comes back out early, Ladeau, up well before acceptances, didn't kate the mark, ball come to ground, and we've got a ball up at half forward for the Benalla Saints. Martinello, James, down there, been one of the real stalwarts of this club, been a fantastic player over the journey. So's this bloke for Seymour in Scopel, Worcester, by hand, Murphy, Beattie. The running Jeffrey can get there, hand pass over the top. Now Seymour away through Dundon. Right foot kick will go towards Lubeck, who won't let him down on attacking 50. He's too far out to score. Mile too far out to score, I think. He's out between the Ken Daniels stand and the cricket club. Goes to Fowler, who busts the pack. Actually had to get Marriott out of the way. Did exceptionally well. Took a 2-time grab, and he's directly in front shooting on goal. The 26 1/4 minute mark of the first term. 2-2-14 Benalla, Seymour 3-1-19. And hasn't kicked a goal. He's been a bit wayward.
I was just going to say he's won one out of bounds and 1 point, but that was a good pass from Lubeck after good play from Murphy. Tom Jeffrey, Beattie all got it from half back now. He's directly in front, 35 out. He should get this one. Nathan Fowler for his first goal, and he comes and he's got it. This time he's got it. He's happy. He runs off, and there's a fourth goal to Seymour and Nathan Fowler's first goal.
So we played 26 3/4 minutes into the first term for Seymour and Kilmore Toyota, 4-1-25, 2-2-14. The Benalla Saints haven't been far out of it.
No, it's been a very competitive quarter, actually. It's probably in the middle. You'd say, well, Benalla hold a little lead in the clearances, so there you go. They've been very competitive. Mainly the main man is Marriott, and Welsh has been good out of the middle too, but Seymour on the counter-attack have done well. That was a good move that started from their defensive 50.
So ball back up in the middle. Marriott easily gets it down. Chance here for Barnes. Can get the footy now and the free kick, actually, for being manhandled without the ball. So he's got the ball in the middle of Kings Park. Goes to James Martinello. It's about as reliable as you can get. Marks and plays on what goes to Woods. Woods, oh, geez, let him down that kick. Target there was Gracie, but, geez, he made him work for it. And towards the boundary line, out of bounds for a boundary throw-in, left half forward.
Poor kick. He had no pressure on him at all. Let his forwards down there.
Should have been, was the opportunity there for a nice ball just out in front, run onto it and take the mark. But anyway, we've got a boundary throw-in. This time, Marriott can get it down. James Martinello got it over the top. It's going to finish up there with Eli. He goes the left foot into the corridor, picked up beautifully by Begley, and he goes towards goal. And the Saints have got their third goal. Begley's got his first. The Saints go to 3-2-20. Seymour 4-1-25, 28.5 minutes gone, first term.
Excellent play from Begley. They're hanging in there, the Saints. Well done. They just ground it there, kept it in their forward 50, kept the pressure, and that was a good goal that he was able to snap from about 30 out to Sam Begley for his first goal, and Benalla right in this contest.
Yeah, geez, I tell you what, Seymour poor around the stoppage then. Benalla had 3 players on the inside there, and Seymour were all on the outside. There was your problem. So ball back in the middle. So Marriott again gets it down to Barnes, gets dispossessed of the footy. Welsh is there trying to get it out. He does now. Now this is Martinello who's got it. Right foot kick along the ground towards Jordan Wolf. Wolf. It should sit for him, and it does now. Gets back, gets a nice hand pass. They're going to have to come back to go forward, and the mark there will be taken there by Woods. So the ball was at half forward. He's at half back, and he's kicked it actually further back. The mark taken by Manny. So, Ethan Manny, just on defensive side of centre. Oh, geez, see, this is the Cavigan who will mark at centre half back, and he does. Goes out wide towards Dylan Scopel. Geez, he just kicked that ball far too far for Eli. And needed to be short so Eli could run onto it. Cavigan read it better. Now, here we go with Dylan Scopel. He's come out the Tullarook Road side of the ground. Actually, that's a poor kick because all he's done is pick that Nick Warnock, and Warnock marks centre wing up against the boundary line. Telling his players to come at him. Oh, geez, good mark there, Tom O'Brien. Good, strong mark. So, right foot kick by O'Brien into the full. This is going to get ugly. They're all at it. This is Jordan Wolf. Right foot kick around the body. It's going to go towards full forward. Ball over the back of the pack towards the boundary line. The right forward pocket picked up. And a shot on goal is going to go out of bounds on the full. The shot on goal was by point to Bedgley, was it?
The point, yep.
So 3-3-21. The Benalla Saints, 4 points the margin. That was the highlight of the day so far, that play. That high ball that went in there. There was about 6 players all with their eyes on the footy.
They've had a good period at the moment, Benalla, and as Cavigan comes out for fullback and kick wide looking for Dylan Davis on the half back line.
So what's he done? Giving away a free kick. We'll go to Nick Warnock. He's been another good player for the Saints over the journey. I think he's been in a couple of other places in between, but Warnock always, he's gone for the torpedo.
He's gone the barrel.
He goes to the left forward pocket, but a fist puts it over the boundary line. Don't think he was too happy with that one coming in there. Was right. He put a fist on it and put it out of bounds. Although the free kick is going to go.
It's going to come back to where Warnock kicked it from, but I think it's a free kick to Dundon for Seymour. It is.
It is.
Don't know what that was for. Not sure.
No. But anyway, it came all the way back. So Dundon with the free kick. He's been quiet, the bloke out near the boundary line is Shraven, been real quiet. James Martinello, hand pass Warnock, finishes up with Dalton. Dalton down the boundary line, got it away to Tom Riley. Riley got tackled straight away by Dundon over the boundary line for a boundary throw in centre wing. Here on the Tullarook Road side of the ground at Kings Park, round 9, Golden Valley football, 3-3-21, the visitors, Benalla Saints. They trail by 4 points, the 32-minute mark of the first term, 4-1-25. Is the Seymour Lions by 4 points. Benalla been right in this game. Marriott, this bloke's been good as he got it down. Christopher Welsh was the one trying to get it. Who got away with it? Tom Riley. No good. Siren sound for the end of the first term. So first term at the 32 and a quarter minute mark. sees Seymour 4-1-25. They lead Benalla 3-3-21 by the margin of 4 points, and they've been quite good, the Benalla Saints, in the first quarter. It was brought to you by Kilmore and Seymour Toyota. It's the way the 103.9 sport team travel to the football each week. And quarter time break will be brought to you by the Winery Kitchen at 1 Emily Street in Seymour, and it sees Seymour at quarter time by 4 points over the Benalla Saints, 4-1-25 to 3-3-21. We'll go back to the studios. Hank Creamers will take you around the grounds, keep you up to date with some netball scores. And just before I give it back to you, Hank, I can tell you now they've just scored another goal. It is 27-12 in favour of Seymour in the A-grade netball, and we'll come back. Jeff Ward will run you through all the goal kickers and the best players after we come back from some station sponsors. You're on 103.9 Sport.
Thank you for that, Greg. And the A-grade netball, you can see, but in the rest of the netball scores, with the under-15s, Benalla 32 defeated Seymour 16, and in the under-17, Seymour 40 defeated Benalla 32. In B reserve, Seymour 53 defeated Benalla 28, and in B grade, Seymour 59 defeated Benalla 22. And as you've just heard, the A grade are leading in the heading towards half time in the netball. In the football, Rochester 3-1-19 are leading Shepparton, one behind. Shepparton United 4-3-27 are leading Tatura 2-5-17. Mansfield 1-3-9 are leading Shepparton Swans by 1 point, 1-8. Echuca 1-4-10 are being well and truly, Marupna 6 goals straight, 36 to Echuca 1-4-10. Interesting score, that one. And as you just heard, Seymour 4-1-25 to Benalla 3-3-21. In the other game, Kyabram 4-3-27 are leading Euroa of 4 behinds. And after this sponsorship, I'll take you straight back to the ground. You there, Jeff?
Yes, Hank, I'm here.
Okay, mate. After the beer order group ad, if you can hear it.
No, the problem is I can hear you, but I can't hear the ad, so I might have to get you to come back and when it's finished.
Yeah, just stay on.
Yeah,
stay
I'm
online,
on. I'm staying online. Yeah, I'm online. Yep.
Okay. And you're listening to 103.9 Seymour F Sport. I'll take you now back to Greg and Jeff at Kings Park.
Thank you very much, Hank Creamers, in the studios of Seymour 103.9. I'm back here at quarter time at Kings Park, round 9, the Say No to Violence round between Seymour versus Benalla. We have Seymour 4-1-25 leading Benalla 3-3-21, which was a very, very entertaining first quarter with both sides. And actually in the stats, I'll go through the stats there, a few of the stats. In the clearances, Benalla lead 9-6, and that was mainly because of the aid of Mark Marriott in the ruck, controlled the airways there and got it down to his cohorts in Welsh and that. So that's probably where they get their lead. And they've also got a lead in the inside 50s, 11-8. So they got the ball in there enough, Benalla. They were quite impressive. Perhaps their goal kicking has caused them not to have the lead. They've missed a couple of easy shots. I'll go through the goal kickers for Seymour. All singles to Jack Murphy, Dylan Scopel, Lucas Cavagan and Nathan Fowler got 1, and for the Benalla, Nathan Wright has 1, Jaden Shee and Sam Begley a single, so 3 goal scorers there for Benalla. In the better players, well, I thought, no doubt for Benalla, I thought Mark Marriott in the ruck was just a fantastic player. He really controlled it down to his smaller players like Christopher Welch was very good in that first sort. I thought the old experienced James Martinello did a very good job in that first quarter also. Also I noticed Nick Warnock, another veteran, if you may want to call him that, he did some nice things in that first quarter up forward. And probably their best forward up there was Nathan Wright, who did a lot of nice things. He presented well in that forward line for the Benalla Saints. For Seymour, they're better players. Well, no doubt Nathan Beattie, just such a workhorse, and the one thing I like about him, he's probably the leading tackler in the game too. Nathan Beattie, the way he tackles, and he runs so much that he just covers so much ground that his endeavour is to get to each contest. I also thought that Jack Murphy did some nice things in that first quarter. He's been down a bit of late on form, but Jack Murphy did some nice things. I thought Dylan Scopel was strong in the contest and strong in the middle of the ground. They got the ball out many times there to his opponents and got it forward. I thought down back Lucas Cavagan did a good job, and he's improving each week he plays. And also, which is a new sort of an experiment for Seymour, Tom Jeffrey's playing down back. I think it seems to suit him. He tends to run off and did some nice things down back. Across half back he was quite good. It's just he's played forward, but for some reason they moved him, and he seems to have settled into that position across half back. Tom Jeffrey for Seymour. As I welcome back Greg Sharp as we're just about ready to start this second quarter. What was Benalla are just ahead in the stats, Greg, and they put in a very competitive performance, so a very, very even game at this stage.
Yep, 4 points the margin, 4-1 to 3-3. They've actually had the shots on goal, haven't they? 6-5.
Yep.
But trail by 4 points, so no, they've been good. They've taken their opportunities when they've presented. A couple of those goals, or one of their goals, I should say, in the first quarter was from a Seymour mistake, but they were good enough to capitalise on it. I think that was when, Bedgley was the one that swooped on one that Seymour turned over.
Yep.
And there was a couple of other times Seymour turned the ball over and they missed shots on goal. But anyway, we're underway. Second turn. Coming to you from Kings Park, round 9 is Nathan Beattie at ground level Worcester. Can't pick it up either, Beattie. And we've got a secondary ball up in the middle.
He was a bit quiet that first quarter, James Worcester. I'd like to see, he's playing centre today. I'd like to see him get in the game in this quarter.
Yep. So Marriott tips it over the back to the advantage of a teammate. Goes out wide. McGregor, right foot kick will go inside attacking 50. Geez, he was there looking for O'Brien. Couldn't mark it. Ball comes back out. Here's Jeffrey for Seymour. Gets it and hand passes it back out in front. Gets tackled by Jordan Wolf at the same time. Spills to McGregor as at half forward. He straightens up, puts a high ball back inside 50. He's actually got to be a free kick.
Yeah,
actually,
front on contact yet.
Well, he didn't even go for the football, so the free kick went the way of Giles. This is Lachlan Giles. And the offender there was Gracie. So this is House. There's another one of those bullet-like passes that bloody right at the
probably
boot
wasn't needed.
This is turned over. Seymour have turned it over. Actually, the free kick could have went their way. Well done by Benalla. They can get it back. Actually, the ball's partly smothered. The kick tried to come back inside 50. Benalla going, working. Umpire said play on. Cavagan can pick up the fallen ball. Goes out wide with a pass. Missed the target. Now, Seymour can pick it up. Murphy can come back towards Beattie at centre half back. Top end of the 50-metre arc. So out wide is Shraven. He can mark and play on quickly. He can run to the centre of the ground. Left foot kick. That's a better ball to Fowler. Fowler found space. Shraven's actually still clear. He can go back to Shraven if he likes. In the corridor. Geez, well done, Marriott. Got his opponent out of the way. Come to ground level. There is Kennedy. High right foot kick is going to go real high. Warnock camped under it for the Saints will mark it, and he'll go further afield. and find Cornell. He'll come back inside the corridor. Actually, his kick was going to be marked by Kennedy. It was actually a poor kick coming back into the centre corridor, in the centre of the ground.
A couple of good early touches for him. He needs to get in the game, Rory Kenny. It's a beautiful pass down forward.
It's going to miss everything, isn't it? That's about the third or fourth time today.
Free kick.
Kicks have missed everything and gone out of bounds. Is it a free kick to Warnock, is it?
Yep. I think it was against Murphy when he's standing on the mark.
So Warnock, a little kick forward. So the Saints can mark at half back. Geez, they're held up. No, very congested. So the right foot kick comes back towards the centre of the ground. Seamus Feary, ground level, can't win it. Jordan Wolf can win it back for the Saints. He does. Comes back into the corridor towards McGregor. Can't mark it. Straven with the spoil. Ball over the back of the pack. Is it O'Brien at ground level? It is. Got a hand pass back out into space. Umpire said you threw it. Free kick will go the way of Seymour to Jeffries. He goes quickly, plays on. Goes out to Beattie. Beattie will go inside attacking 50. Can't mark it. Was Elliott. Ball comes back out. Straven by hand, goes to Beattie. Beattie, hurried right foot kick into the corridor. Fowler standing there all by himself, read it the best, and he marked 30 metres out directly in front.
Well, I don't think it was by design. It was by a bit of good luck there, but Murphy just sort of threw it on his boot and it went straight to Nathan Fowler. But good play, he's done well, and he's going to line up directly in front, centre half forward, kicking to the city end, town end. Tullewook Street end, and he'll kick from about 40 directly in front. He's already got one goal in that first quarter. Normally, very, very good shot, reliable shot for goal. Nathan Fowler comes in and he's, no, look at that. The umpire did not move. What a beautiful goal to Nathan Fowler for Seymour, his second.
So Fowler with his second, kicks the fifth for the Seymour Lions today. 5-1-31, plays 3-3-21, the margin 10 points. And we've played 3 3/4 minutes into the second term. Second term brought to you by the Tubarak Hotel on the Northern Highway at Tubarak.
Good play from Tom Jeffrey in that passage of play. It looks as if down back he's an attacking half-back, which is what you like. He likes to run off, and he created that goal, got it to Beattie, and they were able to go forward. So well done to Tom Jeffrey in that passage of play.
So ball back in the middle. Welsh out in the middle for the Saints. Right foot kick will travel to half forward. Holsworth Rose overran it. O'Brien can get it. Oh, he's actually going to get the free kick, O'Brien. Nice ball in front of right. Oh, good spoil. Ooh. Oh, geez, I tell you what, that was well done by Beattie. Lachlan Beattie. Really good passage of play. Good spoil. Kept his head over the footy.
Gee, it was tough.
Took the cavalry on head on.
He did.
Ball up. Centre half forward for the Saints. Marriott tried to get it down. This time to right. Wasn't successful. Ball at ground level. Got another stoppage. Same spot. So Holsworth Rose got the job on O'Brien, Tom O'Brien for the Saints at full forward and full back respectively. Murphy from the ball up, hurried left foot kick travels to the 50-metre mark, defensive mark for Seymour. Welsh at ground level, Burrows in, head down. And the umpire said it was going nowhere, we'll have it back, and he will now. So Marriott to do the ruck work, gets it down, tried to find a teammate in Barnes. Actually, now it comes out. Here's a chance through Eli, goes forward, now running onto the footy. Oh, I tell you what, Bedgley got tackled as he tried to get it, but he comes back and gets it back again, got tackled, got the hand pass away. No, that's got to be, I've got to say, holding the balls. Ball spills out, Seymour can win it back, they do. And this is Schraven with a torpedo kick back towards the centre of the ground, looking for Kennedy. They had no chance of marking that. It was a terrible ball. Warnock got it, hand passed in dispute. Martinello gets it back. Hand pass will find O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue will go to Chris Welsh. He can run forward to centre. High ball in the direction of right. Geez, well done, Holsworth Rose. Cut across the front of the pack and took a nice mark. He's kicking, well, leaves a bit to be desired. Giles will mark this one, though. Over the top, Giles will go to Beattie by foot. Murphy out wide. Good option there, Beattie. Went to the right option, too. Now they can he went to Dundon. Down the line, he'll go now at centre wing. Lubeck, yep, comes back inside. There's in looking for Giles, but Marriott's there, and then David and Goliath effect will go to do Goliath. Ball back to the middle. Manly can't mark it. Ball comes to ground. Martinello can get the hand pass, and he does. Steadies off a step. Right foot kick back into the corridor. Looking for Barnes. Kick didn't make the distance. Turned over. Seymour can win it back. This is Worcester. Right hand pass will go to Jeffrey. Back inside. Dundon going to have to do nice work, and he does. Right foot kick into the pocket. Mark.
Ladeau, I think.
Ladeau. It is?
Yeah.
Or was it Kennedy? It is Ladeau.
Ladeau, yeah. Good play. Jeffrey and Beattie combining a good kick into the forward line. William Ladeau will line up in the forward pocket. He kicked from about 30, but he's on a tight angle. He's nearly on the boundary line for Seymour, but a good mark from a good kick into the forward line for Seymour and extend their lead is William Ladeau. His first shot on goal, I believe, in this game. About 30 out, tight angle, comes into the Tullarook Street end. Oh, I tell you what, I think he might have this. He has a beautiful shot at goal, and William Ladeau has his first goal, and Seymour go further ahead.
First goal for Ladeau, 6-1-37. The Seymour Lions, 3-3-21. The margin, 16 points. Favour of Seymour over Benalla in Golden Valley football. Round 9 coming to you from Kings Park in Seymour. And you'd nearly describe this as perfect conditions. Overcast. It's probably only 13 degrees, maybe 14 if you're lucky.
Perfect.
And no wind.
No, exactly.
And the surface is good.
Perfect conditions.
Unfortunately, the rain we were supposed to get hasn't arrived. So 6-1 plays 3-3 in favour of the Seymour Lions. So Marriott down to Welsh. Beattie over the top. Ball spills out. Now, the Benalla Saints high ball can go forward. This is McGregor. Oh, actually, the look-away hand pass. He was looking there for Riley, Tom Riley. Now, this one can be picked up by Bedgley. He'll go back towards Welsh. Welsh to Martinello. Martinello will go back. This is all at right half forward for the Saints. And Welsh's kick on the boundary line is going to come down. Yes, just inside the boundary line. I mean just by about a matter of inches. And the mark taken there by O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue's right foot kick is a good kick. Beautiful spot for right. Can't mark it. Good spoil from the defenders of Seymour. This time it was Beattie. Now Marriott at ground level. Can he win it back? No, he can't. They can get it though. Oh, good spoil came there from Seymour's Beattie. Goes to Martinello for Benalla. Hand pass which is wide will find Welsh. A right foot kick for Welsh will go into the, well, probably more right half forward, the mark to O'Brien. And he's probably too far out. He's got to kick from about 60 metres. Don't think he intends to have a shot on goal. He's got to go short to McGregor, who's been left unmarked. Inside 50, but only just. He's probably got to kick from about 48 or 49 metres. Right forward, right half forward, and he's probably just on about a 30-degree angle. No breeze to speak of to the Emily Street end.
Well, he fancies himself sharpy. Tyler McGregor for Benalla, and probably they've had a good patch. They need a goal for the amount of time they've had in their forward line. And he comes from about 48, shot on goal. This is coming back good. Beautifully. That's a beautiful shot at goal. And it's Tyler. No, it's a point. Oh, that one confused me. It's a point. The umpire signalled a point. I thought that was a goal. Anyway, but
jeez.
That's stunned a few. It's a point.
Jeez, it stunned me too. Yes. Hold on. He's calling, the goal umpire's calling the field umpire back.
Yes. I don't know what's going on here because it looked as though it worked back to be a clear goal. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I reckon that's a goal. I'll be gobsmacked if it's not a goal.
It is.
That's a bit better.
Yeah,
Gee whiz. Lucky I hadn't written a score down. 4-3, so Benalla go 4-3-27. Now I just got to remember who had the shot. It was McGregor, wasn't it?
Tyler McGregor.
Yeah, McGregor.
It was a beautiful shot too.
Yep.
From about 48.
That was his first goal, and that was at the 10-minute mark of the second term. So Seymour now 6-1-37. They lead by 10 points. Benalla 4-3-27. McGregor with his first goal.
Was that one where the central umpire has overturned the goal umpire?
No, I don't know what happened there, but the goal umpire actually called the central umpire back.
Maybe he said, I've made a mistake.
Maybe the umpire didn't give him the all clear. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, We're back in the middle. It's 10 points to margin. Second term brought to you by the Tubrac Hotel on the Northern Highway at Tubrac. She's got some good little brewery happening there too. But as always, I've always complained, no more Rabbit Rambler. Pies, I love it. Lubac goes towards Shraven, underground hand pass, dishes it forward towards Scopel. He can pick it up in front of the press box and get carted over the boundary line for a boundary throw in at right half forward for the Seymour Lions. Boundary umpire to throw it in front of the press box on the clubroom side of Kings Park. So he throws that back in. Marriott takes it out of the ruck. You haven't seen much about this quarter as Sam Thompson. But anyway, Bedgley got it back for the Saints. Hand pass came back inside from the little bug in Riley. Missed the target, turned over. Scopel gets it back for Seymour. And the umpire
he's going to ping him.
Ping him for
not getting rid of it.
Yeah, not getting rid of it. Yeah. I think the free kick there was Cornell. That was the player that laid the tackle on out there, that long distance away. It's not even too far for binoculars. High ball goes forward of centre, but only just. Ball comes to ground level. I think Worcester's the player. No, it wasn't. It was Holsworth. Holsworth Rose in there. Got the free kick for a high tackle. So he can square the ball. We'll square it, all right. He's got to go backwards to Seamus Feary, who marks inside defensive 50. Murphy gets back. So they square the ball across half back. Murphy marks, and now he can go. Opens it up for Jeffries. He can play on straight away. Bloody shocking kick. Sorry about saying that, but it was. Left foot kick went right along the ground. House, geez, I'll tell you what, he's been out of form. Something shocking. McGregor comes in and wins the ball back for the Saints. Hand pass backward to Dalton. Dalton goes by hand to Cornell. Cornell will go to... teammate by foot, and that will be Eli. Eli's kick will travel towards the centre of the ground.
Jeez, he made up for his mistake. He worked hard. I watched him. He ran and ran and ran. He's taken a really good mark.
Yep.
At half back for Seymour.
Let's see if he can do a really good kick, not one that just travels half a millimetre along the grass. High ball towards centre half forward. Elliott was the target, couldn't mark it. The spoil came from the back from Warnock. Down at ground level, Elliott dishes it out towards Fowler. Picks it up off the ground and goes with his right foot towards, what looked like towards goal. Has gone, the ball's bounced in front, just inside the boundary line in the right forward pocket and gone out of bounds for a boundary throw in. 6-1-37, the Seymour Lions. Benalla 4-3-27, 10 points the margin, 14-minute mark, second term for the Tubrac Hotel down the Northern Highway at Tubrac. You won't miss it, the big bluestone building. Beattie trying to work it forward. Actually, it's got to come off hands. It's got to be a rush behind for the Seymour Lions. They go to 6-2-38. I was just about to say Seymour with having a score of 6-1 is a bit unusual as well. But anyway, Seymour done well. Short ball. This is Manny. He gets it back to a teammate, and the Benalla Saints go towards the centre of the ground. That was right, one-handed. He was held on without the foot. He plays on it. Well, actually, they're allowed to play on. It's not right that played on. It was Gracie that played on. Now, running onto the ball here, Cornell. He shot on goal. Well done, Jeffrey. Got back. Oh, the ball's got to spill to ground. Left foot shot on goal is going to come from Tom Riley, and he's off to the left-hand side. Boy, geez, not much. And Benalla Saints there, 4-4-28. 10 points to margin. 6-2-38. I should have said before it was 11 points. It is now 10 points.
He should have got that goal, Riley. He should have got that goal. Tom Jeffrey did well, but he didn't hold on to the mark and let it spill.
So Cavigan, to get us back underway for Seymour, his kick coming out. It's going to be a good one. He finds Jeffrey in front of the Ken Daniels stand. So Seymour heading towards the town end, defending the Emily Street end. Gizak passed that, bounced that. Cavigan picked it up on the half volley, plays on now, and he comes across the ground. He's got Giles. This one's Lachlan Giles. He can run to left half back on defensive 50 line. He cooks. Geez, that's a good ball oh, geez, a real good ball to Lubeck. Had to mark it under pressure from Chris Welsh. Played on now, goes to Fowler. Geez, well done. Intercept there came from Manny. He got the ball to the ground. Dish it out now to Jordan Wolf. Hurried right foot kick's got to come back towards the centre of the ground. Must have been touched. Player trying to mark it. Wood spilt the ball. Went down to Bedgley. Bedgley can put the ball out in front. Well done. And now the Saints can run onto it really well. Here's a chance. The hand passes missed the target in right. Oh, it's a point. No, it hit the post. Geez, Gracie did well. Hand pass inside was Chi, and the final hand pass, which would have been to Tom Riley, missed the target, didn't it?
Oh, they could have.
Found the umpire to throw it in.
There's 2 goals within inside 2 minutes they should have got.
Yep. So boundary umpire throws it back in.
And free kick.
Free kick.
Gonna get it. Well, they might get another
Fury.
chance. It's in the ruck contest. It's against Fury. And the free kick's going to go to Wright, who's been a handy forward, and he's already kicked 1 goal, Nathan Wright. And the free kick, Seamus Fury is not happy with the umpire, but it's too late. It's in the book. It's a free kick. And he was kicking the Emily Street end, and he's only 35 out, and he's directly in front. Nathan Wright for his second to bring the gap lower for the Benalla Saints. They've been good the last 5 minutes. In he comes Nathan Wright. Or maybe he's pushed this too. Boy, they've had some chances. He's missed to point to Benalla.
4-5-29. The margin 9.6238 in favour of the Seymour Lions.
Well, they should be in front with the opportunities they've had as Cavagan goes out to Thompson in the back pocket for Seymour, and he goes wider out to that outer side.
So the mark taken out there. Is it? No, it's not Dundon, but he goes short to Murphy.
It's Ladeau, I think.
Ladeau it is, yep. He goes to Murphy, who marks in front of the Eastern Hill Cricket Club rooms. High ball will go down the line. Actually worked under the footy there. Was Fowler. Couldn't take the mark. Came to Worcester. His hurried right foot kick goes forward. It turned over to Benalla. This is Manny again. Actually, he's turned it over. Went the way of Giles. His hand pass going towards teammate there. I think who's on the bottom of the pack? It's Kennedy.
Yeah. He struggled to get in the game, Rory Kennedy, so far, but he's a quality player.
So we've got a stoppage and a ball up just inside attacking 50 for the Lions. Okay, Worcester did the ruck work then against Marriott. Actually tipped it over the back. Now coming through the pack here, here's Beattie, got the ball at ground level, gets tackled. Ooh. Is that a sling tackle?
Dangerous tackle it was, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now there's a bit of a skirmish.
There's a bit going on. Boy, it was that was a dangerous tackle, which will go to Nathan Beattie. Geez, he really rode him into the ground hard. But Beattie's he's going to get it. No,
I thought he was going to get 50
metres. So did I. But no, he's going to kick from. Well, he's outside 50. He's too far out, so he's going to look for an option up forward. Nathan Beattie being a terrific player in this first half all year for Seymour, but especially in this first half. Long way out to kick from outside 50. Goes short, and he's got it. I think it's Murphy. Yep. I think it's Jack Murphy. He's got him. Well done. And Murphy will have a shot at goal. Line up for his second goal from about 40 out on a 45-degree. A good pass from Murphy. And a settling goal is needed here by Jack Murphy for the Seymour Lions. Kicking to the Tullarook Street end. As I said, he'll only kick from 40 on a 45-degree angle. Spinning the ball in his hands, and he comes. 40 out, Jack Murphy shot on goal. This looks pretty good. I think he's got it. He has his second goal to Jack Murphy in extending Seymour Lions' lead.
So at the 19 and three-quarter minute mark of the second term, Jack Murphy with his second goal gives the Lions a little bit of breathing space. 7-2-44 now to 4-5-29.
And when you look at it, Greg Sharp, how many chances have Benalla had? They had 3 real good chances that probably should be in front.
Well, they have, and those 2 opportunities there. There was a couple. There was one to Tom Riley, and then that he couldn't capitalise on, and then the next hand pass that went to him was a shocker. Anyway, it's Murphy out of the middle there. James Martinello tried to win it. Goes forward. McGregor, he's been handy for the Saints. Hand pass goes backwards. This is McCarthy. That's got to be a free kick against Giles High.
He went hard at him. Went hard at him here at Dalton. Made him earn it.
Dalton with the free kick. Beautiful left foot kicker go right across the ground. Cross half back, so he's gone from the Tullarook Road side of the ground. The Saints have got to go all the way back to full back now. This will be Hill. So Hill, out of defence, he'll go straight towards Martinello. McGregor over the back of the pack. It's got to run onto it. Beautiful hand pass back into the corridor. This is Warnock. Picked up the half volley, went to James Martinello. Martinello's hand pass went out wide. Another one came back quickly to Warnock. He got tackled straight away. Wolf picked it up and got tackled. Coming in Eli. He got a hand pass back to Warnock. High left foot kick for the Saints. Will go in the O'Brien direction. Can't mark it either. Can right. Coming out. Beattie did well. Hand pass found House at half back. In the centre of the ground. Left foot kick will go towards Fowler. Geez, well done. Hill at the back of the pack. Got a big fist on it. Got it down. Now the Saints can win it back. They're going to have to concede some ground. They are. Dalton's going to have to work hard. He's going to have to run back. Probably 20 metres at half back to take the mark that came in, or the kick came in from Cornell. Been handy at Cornell at half back for them. So out wide he'll come towards the Tullarook Road side of the ground. McGregor, this kid's played really well.
He has.
He has played really well. Marking and his ground. Oh, and you give him a praise. He's turned it over, kicked it straight to Shraven. Plays on quickly.
Look at this.
Oh, this is just a walk in the park. Oh, a walk in the park. He's dropped the chest mark, and eventually it's going to be Giles. Is it Giles?
Yeah, Giles got the goal.
Oh, who dropped the mark?
Lubeck.
Oh. Right. He put me right off.
Oh, he did. He was. It was a beautiful long kick from Shraven.
30 metres clear.
30 metres clear. He's just on the end of the 10-yard square, and he turned and he dropped the chest mark and then had to scramble, but luckily he got the hand pass out to Giles, who was going past, and he kicked the goal for Seymour.
That's his first goal, Giles.
Yep.
I could not believe it. I thought this is just a walk in the park, and that was my first mistake.
It was Darcy Giles.
Oh, gee whiz. Yeah. But anyway.
Comedy of errors.
He's dropped some balls, hasn't he, Lubeck? The last few, which is uncharacteristic of him.
He's been down the last few weeks.
I don't think he's lifting his eyes. Lifting his eyes far too early. You got to keep your eyes on the footy until it's in your hands, and you've got to have soft hands. Ball. Here's a chance now for Jeffrey at half back to mark at centre half back actually, and he'll go out wide to Shraven. Now Shraven can mark in front of the Eastern Hill Cricket Club rooms. Plays on and runs around Riley Eli. Goes to Cavigan at half back. So out where he's got the numbers out this side. Jeffrey's out here all by himself, and he's probably gone the wrong way. His right foot kick will go square across half back, and it'll be marked by Seamus Ferry. Defensive side of centre, clubhouse side of the ground. Jeffries can get the footy back here now. The hand pass will go to Murphy. Murphy will come out wide. Good option, actually. Really good one. Went to Beattie. That's Lachlan Beattie. Hand pass Cavigan. Forward to centre. Right foot kick is going to be cut off. Oh, no, by Warnock. Dropped the mark. Fell to ground. Jesse Brock picked it up. Hand pass out wide from... he's going to find House. Left foot kick for goal. I think he's kicked it.
Beautiful
His skills are good. House with a goal. House with his first goal of the game. It's at the 24-minute mark of the second term. Seymour get their 9th goal. They go 9-2-56 to the Benalla 4-5-29. All of a sudden, Jeff Ward.
Yep, they've skipped away.
They've skipped away.
Good play from half back there. Cavigan, been good play today. He followed it up with good passes. Good, and Murphy with a beautiful kick to advantage to Lachlan Beattie, who's come into the game. Then Cavigan got the hand pass, and then a beautiful, and came to House, and boy, he nailed it on his left foot from about 40 out on the left side. Was a beautiful goal for Seymour to extend their lead.
Tell you what, Lachlan Beattie would have to be about the most improved player in the last 6 weeks.
Yep, no doubt. They missed him last week. He didn't play last week.
So free kick in the middle of the ground. That'll go the way of Gracie. Goes towards centre half forward. Ball off the pack. It's all Seymour at the back. Giles is there. Goes by foot to Cavigan in the back pocket. He's going to be escorted over the boundary line by Sam Bedgley, and we'll have a boundary throw in left forward pocket. 9-2 plays 4-5 in favour of the home team here from Kings Park today. The Seymour Lions over the Benalla Saints. Boundary umpire to throw it in that left forward pocket between the goal post and the Ken Daniels stand. Marriott over the top. Lachlan Beattie takes it off the pack. Who's got the free kick here?
In the ruck, I think. No, it's going to Seymour. I think it's Alexander Elliott. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out what the free kick was for, but anyway, wasn't really that clear, the umpire, but anyway. Elliott's left foot kick will travel out towards the club rooms. Warnock in front couldn't mark it. Ball came to ground. Jeffrey was there, got it and got a hand pass away. Put it in front of Dylan Davis, but the bouncing ball beat him to the boundary line, and we've got a boundary throw in front of the Benalla change rooms. They're dug out. Boundary umpire to throw it back in. So he'll do that right now. McGregor having a break off the ground. She's a player playing so well. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Free kick got to be paid here. Gee whiz, I don't know what that was for. It was against, I tell you, it was against Marriott, but I don't know what for. Went the way of Elliott. He went short. Now the ball's got to come out to the back here, and this will be Cooper Holsworth-Rose who will mark and play on. He'll go to Lachlan Beattie by foot. They're going across half-back. Murphy can take the mark now, uncontested. Right foot kick out wide. Will go to Shraven. Oh, geez, I tell you what, that needed to be attacked a lot better. I'll tell you the player who did attack it, he's had his fourth bounce now for the Benalla Saints, and he's got to turn it over as well. That's Will O'Donoghue. And that's got to be cut off by Holsworth-Rose. Just inside defensive 50. His kick hasn't improved from the first quarter. They're still terrible. Ball along the ground. That'll go the way of Cornell. He dishes it out. Martinello, can he get there first? No, he got worked off the ball by Seymour's Ladeau. Coming through as O'Donoghue. He's got to get squashed underneath the pack. No opportunity to get rid of it, and the umpire will ball it up.
I'd be saying to Holsworth-Rose at half-time, Cooper, you're a good kick normally. You know, that's not up to your standard that you should be. You should be kicking a lot better. He's grubbing the ball. And
This is O'Brien. Shraven got worked off the ball there. Goes in. This kid's been good, hasn't he? Sam Bedgley.
Yes, he's a real trier, isn't he?
And
he's lively.
Busy. Lively's good. Oh, look at him. Oh, it took too long. Had the big bloke in there. And the kick going towards the goal square has got to be marked. And no further score to the game. Half-time is upon us. 9-2-56, the Seymour Lions. They lead Benalla 4-5-29. What's that, 27 points? And the Benalla Saints had... no, hold on. My figures are wrong there. 26 and 1, yeah, 27. 27 points the margin. Seymour led by 4 points at quarter time. They lead by 27 points at half time. They're 9-2-56 to 4-5-29. And that quarter, Jeff Ward, they had their opportunities, Benalla. And that was before Murphy, Giles and House all goal for Seymour. They had the opportunity to kick 2 or 3 goals themselves. The Benalla Saints
could have had the lead.
Changed the momentum, wouldn't it?
It was about halfway through the quarter. They could have had the lead, but after that, you know, Seymour were lucky. But then that second part of that second quarter, Seymour took right over, played some good footy. They started kicking the ball better and longer in general play, and started looking for their forwards a lot better, and established a very, very handy lead when up until then it had been a very even contest.
There you go. We'll hand it back to you. Hank Creamer's in the studio. He's Jeff Ward's guest at half-time. Is just about to come here. I can tell you, in the fourth quarter of the netball, Seymour 63, they lead Benalla 26 in the A-grade netball. In the football, it's a 27-point margin to the Seymour Lions over Benalla Saints, 9-2-56 to 4-5-29. When we come back, Jeff Ward will be talking to the president of the Seymour Football Club, and you can quickly take us around the grounds and keep us up to date with the netball scores. Hank Creamer, you're on 103.9 Sport. Round 9, round 9, Golden Valley Football, come to you live from Kings Park on 103.9 Sport.
Now, your own thoughts on the way the team's gone?
Well, I think that really sums it up well, Jeff. I think the first round was a bit of a surprise. It wasn't a good game for us. I think everybody in the club was quite disappointed. The next 2 weeks we came up against some really strong teams, but showed a little bit, and then we did come up against some teams that are around about where we are, I guess, at the moment in our development, and we had some really good wins, and in that 4-week block we had a great win against Shepparton.
Oh yes, that was a ripper.
Yeah, I think you can forgive a young team sometimes where a few young blokes come in, and then we had a poor day in the office, and everybody was very disappointed. But you live to fight another week. It's one lucky thing about football. There's always next week.
There's always next week to atone for you. Yeah, it was disappointing because it was a game that they were tipped to win. Yeah. But, boy, they had terrific wins against Euroa at Euroa and against Shep Bears at Deakin. The pressure they put on was just terrific. If only they could play like that every week.
Yes, and I think they just went away from it slightly. And as soon as you come up against any side, albeit a good side, that's when you can find yourself in trouble.
Peter, just an update on a couple of guys and injuries. Dylan Cook, we noticed he was on crutches the other week.
Yeah, Dylan's still 3 to 5 weeks away at the moment.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Okay. And Lockie Waite, was a hamstring still?
Yeah, a bit of a hamstring. So
he had that last year too.
Yeah, so he was actually doing some good run-throughs on Thursday night, I noticed. So he's probably just around the corner, I'd say. But,
Excellent. And I hear on the grapevine that Huey Jones has sort of abandoned any thoughts of playing this year. Is that correct?
As far as I understand, yeah.
He did a full knee reconstruction. It just hasn't come up to what he'd be handy at. He's such a beautiful kick from half-back, Huey Jones. So we wish him all the best. As you know, Peter, with all clubs, the junior development program is so important. How do you think that your own junior development program is coming along?
Look, we as a senior club, we don't have a great buy-in with the junior clubs because they're their own entities.
Right, okay.
There is some work being done behind the scenes where some of the junior clubs are coming in on a Thursday night for a meal. We're trying to get some senior players to attend some training sessions, but it's early days at the moment, to be honest, Jeff. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I noticed the under-18s aren't going as well this year as they did last year. But the reserves, we must mention reserves are doing well. They're in 5th place on the ladder and they had another resounding win today. What is most important in the Seymour Football Netball Club is the girls, the netball ladies, and boy, are they doing well, Pete. Listen to this. They're first in B grade. I'll start with A grade. They're third in A grade. They're first in B grade. They're first in B reserves, and they were last year's premiers.
Yes.
In that. The younger girls, under 17s and under 15s, not going so well. But, boy, that is a strong program that the club's got going with the netball ladies.
Yeah, and it's still a work in progress as well, Jeff. I mean, I think the senior netball's been strong for some time. And, through the guidance of the O'Sullivans and Ali O'Sullivan in particular, and now the man, it's been passed on to Casey, and she's running a great program there. Casey Adamson, I'm not sure if you met Casey.
And also she's Casey Drummond's 100th game today. Casey Drummond is another one.
It seems like every week we've got
milestones,
milestones in the netball. But Casey Adamson has seen and has identified that the 15 and 17 program needs a little bit of needs some work done to it in regards to developing kids in the age groups before that, the under 11s, 13s, and so she's looking to run some actual clinics over the school holidays and trying to do those a few times a year to form some relationships up with some netballers, but also give some of the coaches in the junior netball area some help as well.
Well, the best thing that the clubs have done is to join the men and the ladies together. It's just been fantastic, and we could see then where the beauty of you did say no to violence, where the men and the girls and the ladies could join together and have a true celebration. As the team's just back on the ground here at Seymour leading at halftime, 9-2-56 to Benalla 4-5-29. You're all important sponsors, Pete. I'm sure you'd like to plug a few of them.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, well, as any sporting club, we all need supportive sponsors, and we're very lucky this year to have such a good group. But some of the major sponsors, of course, we've got McDonald's McDonald's, the Seymour Club, Beer Auto, they're all been long-term sponsorships. Janelle Pooper and IGA are our main sponsors, but we do have a raft of other sponsors as well that I could take up all your time. But the Seymour Hardware Group, of course, O'Sullivan Builders, A&E. And Trail Shed, they're all game day sponsors, and they've been so supportive of the club over the last couple of years as well. So, well,
the club did a great initiative pre-season under your when you started as doing a player sponsorships, which has gone through the roof. You see on the website that Jack Murphy sponsored by such, and that's really gone forward, and I think a lot of it was player driven.
A lot of it was player driven. Of course, they needed a little bit of encouragement early on, but once they got the buy-in, and again, I think the netballers might have had 3/4 of their sponsorship sold very early, and that spurred on the footballers to get going. So, then become a little bit, funnily enough, a football netball club becoming competitive. Who would have guessed? But the footballers got going again as well. So, and those sponsors as well. It's great to get a lot of the community together, and if you can create a bit of buzz around it, it's good for the sponsor as well.
Yeah. So, Okay, you couldn't agree with you more. Sponsors, they are the lifeblood of the club.
100%. Couldn't do it without them. Yeah.
Upcoming social events. I see here ongoing Lions Lotto is a terrific thing that you do, but also you've got, I see there's a mock wedding coming up.
Yes, it's all a bit intriguing and mysterious at the moment, Jeff.
Mock wedding.
Yes.
Been to one of them?
Well, I haven't been to one, and we do have, as part of our committee, we do actually have a chaplain on our committee, and so but he's not holding the ceremony because you might actually get married. This is a mock wedding where two people have been nominated to get married. You've got to come op shop formal. It's $20 to come along and have a bit of fun for the night.
Should be good.
From what I know, there's going to be groomsmen and the ladies, of course, bridesmaids, and there's going to be some speeches. So anything could happen.
I tell you, if they want to get some good gear, go to the Flowerdale op shop.
Right.
I can tell you they've got about, not that I'm looking at them, but there's got about 6 wedding dresses there, because it's actually a very good op shop, but they've actually got some gear there that'll go down real well, and I mean it is very good quality.
Very good quality. Well, we'll put it on our notice board there, Sharpie.
Put it there. If they go there, they'll do well, and I can tell you they won't pay a lot for it. Very cheap over there at the Flowerdale op shop. I go there quite often, not looking for that gear though, but I'm looking for stuff. But I reckon they'll get kitted out over there.
Well, they're looking for it
really well. So there you go.
Sounds like a fantastic night, Pete. Thank you so much for you coming up and chatting to us and talking all about Seymour. Thank you for the job you're doing in your first year as president, doing a terrific job, and the team's going well. Of course, it'd be nice if they could get that 6th spot in the finals. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, that's what we're aiming for.
Yeah. Ken Daniels.
Yeah, Ken.
Have an update. I found out last week that Ken ended up in hospital.
Yes, and so he's still in hospital,
right.
And they're just going through and doing some tests, as far as I know. Yeah, so we wish him all the best. Yeah. Yep. So he's been a great supporter and servant of this club, of course. Yeah.
I said it's interesting that they've got
a stand named after him.
But they should have a press box named like they did with Gus Underwood up at Kyabram. I think Ken spent more time in that press box than anybody else. Like Gus Underwood at Kyabram, I'll be looking forward to talk to Gus as well. Yeah, no, they've been around for a while, but. So what's you don't know when he's out?
I don't know the final details, Sharpie. Yeah, so
that's all right.
Wish him all the best. Yeah. So.
Peter, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter Elliott. Just about to get the 3rd term underway here at Kings Park. Umpires, I don't know what they're waiting for. They're looking. Oh, there's a group of people inside the boundary down in the back. Go get them out of the way, Peter. Tell them the rain. I just had a look on the radar. The rain's about 50 minutes away, so we could just beat it.
Worse than above.
Well, that's it. Just beat it. Ball back in the middle with the umpire, of course.
I think they're ready to go.
Now they're ready to rock and roll. So here we go. So there is some rain on the way. It's 3rd term underway for the Beer Auto Group, and ruck work done there Actually, out of the middle has got to be Christopher Welsh. He's got to go forward. Wright's got to mark this on the run out in front. And the ball was actually heading away from him. Just a real handy mark there. He's marked this about 25 metres out. I was going to say Jesse Brock in the middle won it, but Benalla were able to win the footy. It's been a bit like that in the centre today. When Marriott's won it, Seymour have been able to shark it. So
yeah, exactly. Well, Nathan Wright, he's kicked one. He's been a lively forward for them. He's about 40 out, 45-degree angle to the Tullarook Street end. Shot on goal. He may have just pushed this too much to the left. He hasn't. It's a point. That's a shame. The goal would have been a good way to start the second half.
Yeah, especially with only 30 seconds on the clock. Would have been ideal, but they go to 4-6-30. When I say they, that's the Benalla Saints, 9-2-56. The margin, 26 points in favour of the Seymour line. Shraven short, but he's got to come out towards Brock. Warnock did well and got him out of the way. Ball came to ground. This is going to come back to Marriott. Marriott will go to James Martin. Oh, fumbled. The hand pass wasn't as good, and it's got to be done, James Martinello.
Yeah, Murphy got him, Jack Murphy.
He's just lost that bit of pace
he
on
has,
James Martinello. He's been around a long while. I'll tell you what, I know 15 years that he's been around. I know his brother went back or was down in Melbourne for a while, but I reckon James has played. He hasn't been anywhere else bar Benalla, and he's been just a great, not only for the Benalla club, but for also at interleague level as well. So to Worcester they head. He's got a mark in front of McCarthy. So he's just forward to centre as Worcester. He's going to have to play on now. So it's a high ball. Bad option there because he's headed straight to Marriott. Real bad option. Kick to the biggest man on the ground, and the biggest man on the ground took the mark. He just on the defensive 50, chips it to James Martinello. Yeah, I've just seen, because I've been watching him for the last 15 years, James Martinello. Yeah. He's just lost that little bit of pace. Okay, the Saints can come away. Hand pass wasn't a good one from went to Barnes to Welsh. Out wide now, McCarthy. McCarthy can go further afield. He'll go to Eli. Right foot kick. Actually should have went. He went towards goal. He should have went out, put it out 30 metres in front. Went through for a minor score, 4-7-31. The Benalla Saints.
Just shows you Benalla, probably in general play, they've matched it with Seymour's. Probably pretty even. It's probably just their efficiency up forward that's probably cost them, and you can see in the number of scoring shots there. But they've worked hard, and they've matched it with Seymour in general play most of the game.
So Cavigan goes short by foot, and he finds Fury in the back left pocket. He'll go to Jeffrey. So they've probably only gained about 15 metres down the ground. Probably about 30 metres wider. Sorry for that. Hit me binoculars on the side of me microphone. So to Beattie. Tell you one thing I haven't noticed the last couple of weeks too is that I think might need... I think you in the studio, Hank Creamus, can make a note as Warnock and Marriott fly for the ball regarding the effects mic. I don't know if it's got a battery or something in it, but it doesn't seem to be working very well. Worcester, he goes by hand to Scopel. Scopel's kick will travel across the ground. They've got to give up a little bit of ground to Shraven. Oh, he dropped the body when he went to pick it up. Well tackled by O'Brien, forced him to get rid of the hand pass. He actually hand passed. He was probably a bit unlucky. The umpire was partly held, but good tackle by O'Brien. It was a poor kick going towards Shraven. It should have been a better kick anyway. So O'Brien sees the opportunity. This is going to be forward. This is Holsworth Rose, probably tackled by Eli without the footy. The umpire said yes, he is. So he's at half back, Tullarook Road side of the ground. He's got to chip it backwards and go to Scopel. Scopel, they've gone from half back right to the kickoff, inside the kickoff zone. At that now, they'll find out wide Beattie. He'll mark and now play on. They've actually back to where they started, opposite side of the ground. Ball picked up by House. Hand pass to Cavigan. His right foot kick will go straight down the line. Actually, I couldn't quite see Worcester. He was behind Marriott. Yeah. If you were at the ground, you've seen the size of the two of them. You can see why I couldn't see him. Picked up here. Now, this is going to come back here to Jesse Brock. Brock's hand pass going forward. Actually missed the target. And his target, here was his target there, Giles. Wearing a long sleeve jumper at number 47 today. Is Darcy Giles. So the ball's at attacking 50. Marriott out of the ruck. He's got to get tackled with the football and force a secondary ball up. It's right in front of the Eastern Hill Cricket Club rooms. So Marriott again taps it towards the boundary line. This is Christopher Welsh. He goes by hand to James Martinello. Martinello back to Welsh. Welsh's high ball has got to put a teammate in Barnes under some shocking pressure. He's got to get one. He was outnumbered 3-1, and two. That's actually O'Donoghue that it was, not Barnes. Just wasn't no fluency to it, and the Seymour defenders were able to get back there. This is this time here was Barnes. Right foot kick goes down the line. It's going to come off players' hands and go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. 5.5 minute mark gone third term. Only 2 scores of the third term. Brought to you by the Beer Auto Group. There's 2 behinds to Benalla. Seymour haven't troubled the score yet. They're still 9-2-56 to 4-7-31. So 25 points the margin. It's got to come back now. This is Manny. Right foot kick. He straightens up and he goes towards centre forward towards O'Brien. Can't mark it. Ball goes over the back of the pack. Jeez, Eli's got to be the first player there for Benalla. Got a hand pass backwards. Actually, it's got to come back to Tom Riley. Came off the pack. Riley's kick goes forward now. Holsworth Rose for Seymour picks it up and he goes out wide. Actually, well done there. This is Dundon. He can pick it up inside the boundary. Comes back on the right foot and straightens up and goes back towards centre wing. Will O'Donoghue couldn't mark it for the Saints. Ball comes to ground. Actually, I couldn't quite see who it was for Seymour there, but the umpire reckons he didn't get rid of the footy properly. He'll actually stand up. So the Welsh will get the ball. Came in from Barnes. So Welsh for the Benalla Saints now. Defensive side of centre will go straight down the line. His target there was Chi. Couldn't mark the ball. Ball came to ground level. The Saints have still got control of it. Now, left foot kick for the Saints will go towards right. Can't mark it. The spoil there. Oh, no, he's got to pay chopping the arms.
Chopping the arms, he is too. He'll go to right, yeah.
To right. It'll be against Beattie. Lachlan Beattie.
Don't know if that was there, but he's paid it, so he was on the spot. And Nathan Wright, well, boy, he's had some chances. He only kicked 1 goal. He's been a lively forward all day, and he's going to line up. He's only
had a few shots.
He's had a few shots on goal. He's going to go round the body on the left foot. He off one step. Oh, I don't think he kicked that right. He didn't quite connect it, and it's a point again to Nathan Wright. Boy, if he probably could have kicked 5 or 6 if he had been on target.
7.5 minute mark third term, brought to you by the Beer Auto Group in Emily Street, Seymour. The Benalla Saints 4-8-32. They trail Seymour 9-56.
Probably while we're waiting, just their efficiency up forward has probably cost Benalla. Against Seymour, have been more effective when they've been up in their forward line.
Oh, so Murphy kicking the ball back in. It's got to be cut off by Chris Welsh, and he's going to mark. He's probably too
far out. He's right outside 50.
Yeah, he's right. He's outside 50.
He's been a terrific player today. He's always around. He's always competing. He's going to go out to the right and kick a long high ball. Will go right to the line.
Matter of fact, I think it went the journey, actually, by the look of it.
It has too.
5-8-38. And that's Welsh with his first goal. And 5-8-38 plays 9-2-56. So they haven't gone away.
Well, you'd have to say they've had the better of this quarter so far. They've had many attacking forward. Well, there you go. They've been in 6 times to 3 in inside 50. Shows you, and they're leading in the clearances too. But what a goal from centre forward, Christopher Wells. He's a terrific player. He just competes at it all the time, and that was should have been touched by the Seymour defenders, but it wasn't. A handy goal to Benalla.
So all of a sudden, the margin back to 3 goals, 18 points the margin, and. This time here, Barnes trying to win down the middle. It's actually won by Bedgley in the end. His right foot kick will go out wide, and he looks there for Chi. Hand passed back to Welsh. Welsh has got to have to do a fair bit of work. He's covered a fair bit of ground. I was going to say the umpire's just about to ping him, and he has.
He went too far.
He ran in, didn't travel in a long way in distance forward, but he certainly travelled back around, in and out, weaving in and out. And the free kick will go to Murphy. He's got to turn it over. His kick's got to be cut off by McGregor. Now, McGregor can play on quickly with a long ball. This has got to go the journey too. And it's off to the right-hand side for a minor score. So the Saints go to 5-9-39 and Seymour 9-2-56. So what was the 27-point margin at at half-time has been reduced to 17 points.
And Jack Murphy with 2 clangers.
Yeah.
This time he's got it right and he goes short to Giles, who's marked at half-back.
Yep, so Giles. Geez, not many options there. He's going to have to come out long, and he does too. To Ladeau, he'll be a good enough target. Actually spoiling there James Dalton for the Benalla Saints, and he put it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Not quite at left half forward, between left half forward and centre wing. Tullarook Road side of the ground. Boundary umpire to throw it in. 10.5 minutes gone for the Beer Auto Group in the third term of round 9. Coming to you on 103.9 Sport. Coming to you from Kings Park as Christopher Welsh picks it up from the boundary throw-in and puts the Saints back into attack. Ball comes off hands, and the umpire's going to pay a free kick. Who is it? To Jordan Wolf, is it?
I think it is.
For holding.
Holding off the ball, yeah. Because 2 Seymour players spoiled each other, but it must have been he was held off the ball, and Jordan Wolf, well, we're right behind this one. He's going to kick from probably about 40 out on a 45-degree angle. This should be a handy goal for the Saints. In he comes, and he's got it. Straight over the umpire's head. A fantastic goal to Jordan Wolf. His first goal, and another one to Benalla.
So his first goal with 11 minute and 20-second mark of the third term. Sees the Benalla Saints 6-9-45. They still trail only by 11 points, 9-2-56.
Well, it's game on, Sharpie, because in the clearances this quarter it's 6-3 in favour of Benalla, and in the inside 50s it's 8-3. So they're really pressing, and they've got this game alive again. And this is where Seymour really need to respond because it's been all general play has been all Benalla in this quarter.
So the Beer Auto Group bringing you this third term up in Emily Street. They used to be Beer Holden that used to sell that good old-fashioned brand called a Holden that most you very rarely see anymore. Welsh out of the middle, gets it to Martinello, burrows his way through, turned over. Well, actually, no, the hand pass there went out from Bedgley. It was looking for O'Donoghue, but Murphy interrupted the party for Seymour and won it back. Ball over the back of the pack. Chance now. Oh, well done, Warnock. Warnock socked off the ground as Kennedy was about to pick it up for Seymour and head towards goal. The kick coming back out finds Bedgley of the Saints, and he marks it half back in front of the Eastern Hill Cricket Club room. So the Saints, geez, starting to get a bit dark here. I had a look at the radar at half time. There's a fair bit of rain coming. He goes to James Dalton by foot, and he marks on the cricket pitches just defensive side of centre. Here he goes with a high ball, looking there for Marriott. Can't do it. Wright can pick it up at ground level. Right foot kick in the Jordan Wolf direction, and Seamus Feary, the 2 number ones, and the ball goes over both their heads and heads to the boundary line for a boundary throw-in in front of the right forward pocket, about 10 or 15 metres around from the goalpost to the town end. 9-2-56 Seymour. They haven't been able to score since the 24-minute mark of the second term, 6-9-45. So they've actually kicked 2 goals. 2 goals, 4. That's their problem, isn't it? It's not a lack of opportunities for Benalla. It's their accuracy and being able to do that against all the sides. So Fowler charging through. Actually, he's at half back. Ball picked up there by Manny of the Benalla Saints. He's turned over the hand pass going forward. Bedgley's actually, no, it's Manny again. He's actually tackled well, and he's won the free kick for an incorrect disposal. So the Saints can go back inside attacking 50, heads towards Jordan Wolf, can't mark it. And the free kick is going to be against Wright. Is it? And Seymour are allowed to play on. They are. They'll go in the back pocket. This will be Giles. This is Lachlan Giles. He'll mark, well, only a metre out from the goal line. So he's got to play on now. His right foot kick coming out towards Dundon is millimetre perfect, not centimetre perfect. It's a beauty, because I tell you what, our Sam Bedgley, he had him nearly covered. Had to be a good kick. So Dundon has got to go right across the ground to the back pocket. This will be Thompson. He needs to catch it, and he does. Now he can mark and play on, and he does. He drills the ball down the line. That is a beautiful kick. That's Jeffries who'll mark.
Yeah.
So Jeffries at half back, but he's held up. That's the trouble. Seymour all year, they just haven't been able to play on quickly enough. House, hand pass back inside to Jeffries. Over the top, this is Scopel. Scopel's hand pass it back to Beattie. Beattie will go by hand, and he'll find Seamus Feary. Off a step, he's going to thump it forward to centre towards Fowler. Can't mark it. At ground level, Manny can, no, but he's turned it over. Giles, this is going to be Kennedy now with a high ball towards Lubeck. He should mark that, he will. And he's 15 metres out directly in front. James Dalton did everything right there. He was in front. Yep. The ball was just too good coming in. Lubeck got a bit of space, took the mark, and he'll kick on goal to the Emily Street end. And Jeff Ward, to say Seymour could do with this goal at the 15.5-minute mark of the third term is an understatement, although they lead by 11 points.
He needs it, Lewis. He's only 20 out, virtually directly in front. In he comes. Shot on goal. He's got it. Lewis Lubeck, and that was a really good goal to him. But Rory Kennedy bursted from centre forward, got the hand pass, but he kicked a long kick to advantage to Lubeck, was able to sit back and from behind his opponent take the mark falling down, and that was a really badly needed one. And well done to Rory Kennedy, because he struggled to get into this game today, but that was beautifully done. And
you think he needs to be played further up the ground instead of the forward pocket?
I think so, yes, on that, but perhaps half forward, you're right, because he did a lot of good work there across half forward.
Yep. So ball back in the middle. We're getting really dark here at Kings Park. Martinello wins it and collides at the same time. He's trying to get that hand pass away with a Seymour opponent. And the ball goes to ground. The umpire said we'll ball it up and do it all again. Another stoppage. There's two old war horses. Dylan Scopel and James Martinello been great servants for both clubs. Brock, actually Martinello sharked it. Coming through, should have been a free kick. It will be.
Yeah, it will be.
Yep. Is it Dundon? It's a hand pass to Murphy. He can play on quickly. His little dinky kick out wide. Jeffries is camped under it and has to mark and play on. He does. Jeffries kick to Kennedy's a beauty inside 50, albeit a bit wide.
Yeah, he's going a long way out too, but it was a good mark. We got up a bit ginger, but Tom Jeffries been good off half back. He's sprung a lot of positive attacking, and he's right in front of the Ken Daniels stand. He's actually outside the boundary line, Rory Kennedy, but it's a beautiful kick for goal. And he will fancy himself with this, even though he's a long way out and on a tight angle. Rory Kennedy for Seymour for another goal with inside the last minute, and he comes. Good shot at goal. I tell you what, he likes it. He's got it. What a fantastic goal! And as soon as he kicked it, he went. Watched him. He thought, I like that, and what a fantastic goal from a long way out on a tight angle for Rory.
That's his first goal, isn't it?
His first goal. Yep.
17 3/4 minute mark of the third term, brought to you by the Beer Auto Group. Kennedy with his first goal. Seymour go to 11.268 to 6.945. So all of a sudden it goes back out to 23 points.
They've settled a bit. And good play. Tom Jeffrey been very, very good off half-back today. He's sprung a lot of good positive attacking from that half-back line, and that was a beautiful kick to Rory Kennedy out on the lead.
Back in the middle, pretty even. Martinello at his very best comes through. Good Worcester smother on Martinello's kick. Brings the ball to ground. Marriott goes back after it. And also to Bedgley. She's been busy, Bedgley, on the ball. So this time Jesse Brock doing the ruck work. He's got to get the free kick because he was blocked in the ruck. Hand pass goes to Cavigan. Right foot kick comes out wide. Going to have to do well. Does Davis. Couldn't mark it. Actually, there's James Dalton, who works the ball towards the boundary line for the Benalla Saints. Right in front of the scoreboard that shows that Seymour 11.268 and the Benalla Saints are 6.945. We played 19 minutes into the third term. The darkness is setting in. We're only actually, 1 week, 2 weeks away from the shortest day of the year. Beattie, actually James Martinello smothered it off the boot. Ball comes to ground. There, Barnes he picked it up. He got a hand pass away. He was looking for Eli, but missed the target. Ball went to the boundary line for a boundary throw in. So, not quite at centre wing. Tullarook Road side of the ground. The margin 68 to 45. What's that? 23 points the margin. Ball comes back in. Riley took it out of the ruck, got it to Barnes. Barnes' left foot kick going forward. marked just on attacking side of centre for the Saints by the Seymour opposition in Jeffrey. Went to Beattie. Beattie by foot goes across to Shraven. Shraven will go towards Fowler. Needed to do a bit more attacking work, but it came off the hands of Hill. Fowler's actually going to get picked for incorrect disposal. Well done. That was Nathan Hill, the great chase. He did the spoil, couldn't gather the ball himself. Fowler kept going, chased, won the tackle, won the ball. Fowler, it was only a one-handed hand pass, which don't exist in this game, except if you're at the top level. His kick going forward is going to be marked for Seymour by Thompson. Thompson now can come out to Giles, the Darcy Giles. He'll mark just in the centre of Kings Park. Right foot kicks, going to be a horrible one. Come off hands, the hands that of Cornell, and he got the ball back for Seymour, but he got tackled straight away. Geez, that was a shocking kick going forward. Poor option. Poor option and poor kick. Sat up in the air. Had Screamer written all over the top of it. McGregor does the ruck work. Actually came down to Giles, actually, by more fortitude. Goes forward. Dalton gets it. Gets a hand pass away. Gets it to Matheson. Kick out wide. It's got to be turned over. Now, here's a chance for Shraven to win it back outside 50. Oh, actually, that's a really good kick. He's off to the left-hand side for just a minor score. So Seymour go to 11-3, 69 to 6-9, 45. 24 points the margin as we go to the 21.5-minute mark of the third term for the Beer Auto Group in Emily Street and Seymour. Hill will mark in the back pocket. Tullarook Road side of the ground. Geez, I tell you what, he finally sees his teammate down the line. Geez, I tell you what, he'll stand there screaming was Ethan Manny. So he marks inside 50. He'll chip it down the line. Barnes will mark. So Guy Barnes. Not the Guy Barnes I played football with at Broadford 30 years ago. Geez, that's a good pass. Geez, well done, Jeffrey, though. Spoilt the party with a good spoil. Actually, Seymour can go Cavigan. He can go inside. Now, geez, I tell you what, Benalla have been able to hold him up. Went to Ladeau. His hand pass went to House. House's kick goes towards centre half forward. Can't get any hands on it there for Seymour. It was Kennedy. Kennedy worked it out. Picked up. Beattie dispossessed of the footy. Davies kicked it forward. The only one there is Manny for the Benalla Saints. He kicks it back out. Oh, geez, come off the hands of Bedgley. Fell to Shraven. What can he do with it? Geez, it's dark over in that corner. I think we need the lights on here at Kings Park. It's getting very dark. Umpire said we'll ball it up.
And we're only in the third quarter, Sharpie.
Yeah. Oh, no, I've seen on the radar. Looks like a really big patch of rain coming. Like last week, we had to endure in being in a broadcast box with beautiful sunny day outside as Beattie picks it up in front of the Ken Daniels stand, goes back to full forward. Jeez, he's played well this quarter, man.
He's been good.
Been good. He takes a strong mark. Where the sun was shining and it was a beautiful sunny day, we had to be in the broadcast box, but if it rains today, mate, we are in the best spot, trust me. It's not real brilliantly warm here as the ball goes out of bounds and at half forward between the Ken Daniels stand and the East Neil Cricket Club rooms. 60 metres around from the Seymour goal. Boundary umpire to throw it back in. McGregor does the ruck work. Fowler against Fowler. Fowler probably got the best of it. Scopel got to win the free kick, even though Onhart's got to go the other way. Got to go over there to Bedgley. He goes straight down the line now. Turned over again, Benalla. This got back to Seymour. This is Worcester. Right foot kick will come back inside the corridor to Beattie. It was a terrible one. Went back to Worcester by Andy. Got tackled by Wolf. Couldn't hang on to him. Hand pass went back. Sam Thompson can straighten up for Seymour. Comes back towards half forward. Ball off the pack. Kennedy got tackled. Umpire said incorrect disposal. Play on advantage. Barnes for Benalla. Goes by foot towards Marriott. Worked off the footy there by Seamus Feary. Went to ground. Got the hand pass back. Marriott did well. The big bloke to stay on his feet. Jordan Wolf's there as well for the Benalla Saints, but the ball's trapped under bodies. Sam Thompson, I think, is the body on the bottom, and the umpire said we'll ball it up. We've got a stoppage at right half forward. Umpire to ball it up. 6-9-45 Benalla. They trail Seymour 11-3, 69. 24.5-minute mark, third term. Round 9 of Golden Valley football. Marriott, he probably didn't do enough with it. And umpire said, yes, you had the opportunity. You can't drag 2 or 3 blokes with you and keep running forward without getting rid of the footy. So Cavigan. So he'll square the ball across. Thompson. Oh, his kick's a shocker. Absolute shocker. Oh, geez. Cooper Holsworth Rose never went near him. And we've got a boundary throw in. They should have been coming up this Tullarook roadside wing by now, Jeff Ward.
Yeah, that was been part of their
no
game.
Pressure.
No pressure. Poor disposal. A lot of it today from, as you mentioned, with no pressure on them.
So the boundary umpire throws it back in. Marriott got it down. Beattie. Ferry goes to Jeffrey, back to Holsworth Rose. Hurried right foot kick comes out. Davies can mark, and Davis does mark at half back. Tullarook Road side of the ground. Oh, his little dinky kick, that was near. I'll agree with the umpire. It wasn't 10 metres. Hand pass finished up with Jeffrey. Look at that for a beautiful pass. He'll hit House. Forward to centre. Over the top.
Kennedy.
Kennedy's got space. Will it bounce for him? No, it won't. Geez, well done by Matheson of the Benalla Saints. Tell you what, he harassed him and got back there. I'll tell you what, he had to put the afterburners on it. Went through for a minor score. Promising move. 11-4-70 Seymour. They get 6-9-45. The margin 25 points in favour of the Seymour Lions as they come back out. Eli will mark for the Saints. He'll play on from half back. He'll go towards Warnock. Can't mark it. Here's a chance for McGregor. Been one of their very best. To Martinello he went by hand. Martinello with a beautiful weighted kick. You can run onto that with confidence, young man. He nearly did. Chi. Out to Wolf. Back to Chi by hand. Ball in dispute at ground level. It's got to be picked up there by Riley's left foot kick will go to Marriott, is it?
Yeah,
in the goal square. He plays on quickly and kicks the goal.
Yep.
So the 7th goal goes to Marriott of the Benalla Saints. They go to 7-9-51. Marriott with his first goal. Seymour are 11-4-70. 26 3/4 minutes gone. Third term for Beer Auto Group.
Well, all credit to Benalla. They just won't go away. They try hard. They've, even from down back, they've done a lot of defending this quarter. Meany's been terrific back down there. And that was good perseverance. Well done by Wolf. He's done some nice things, Jordan Wolf, and he got the ball forward to Marriott, who's resting up forward, and he's a big target for Seamus Fury down at full forward. He's resting, and he just kicked that goal from close range.
So, ball back in the middle. Beer Auto Group bringing you this third period. Is it Fowler in the middle? It is, yeah. We tried to go with the footy, but went without it. Geez, a bit of ping-pong in the middle there. Comes out. This is McGregor. Hand pass knocked down. O'Donoghue tried to pick it up. Went out wide towards Woods. Woods couldn't take possession. Seymour get it back. Shraven. He got it from Beattie. Went to Jeffries. I'll tell you what, he's linked up well. He's actually probably his best game he's played. The kick going forward actually should have been marked by Man. He didn't. Dropped it, but he got a hand pass away to Dalton. Dalton got it away to Barnes. Barnes' right foot kick finds Jordan Wolf at right half forward. Plays on straight away. Right foot kick goes in the Marriott direction. Got him.
He's got him.
Seamus Fury did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Good pass. And Marriott in front.
Just too tall, too strong.
Too tall. Yep.
And he's going to line up, and he's only 30 metres out directly in front. And beautiful play then from Wolf, who's lifted, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, Jordan Wolf. Beautiful kick to position to allow Mark Marriott to take the mark. But before that, Seymour shouldn't have turned it over at half forward.
What about playing the big bloke at full forward, eh?
Yeah.
Bit of old style footy.
And he comes, Marriott, shot on goal. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, that would have been a handy one. That's been their downfall so far today.
He is a ruckman, you know.
True. He's missed it, a point to Benalla. But boy, they just won't. As we mentioned, they won't go away. Benalla, they just keep fighting, and then all credit to them the way they've persevered, and they're not out of this game by no means.
Nearly at the 29-minute mark, third term for Beer Auto Group. So, get back underway. Jack Murphy comes out wide looking for Jesse Brock. She's well done by McGregor. He blocked Brock and allowed Warnock to mark. He goes back into the corridor. Welsh can mark it. He's probably a bit far out. He's probably going to kick from about 55 metres. I might be doing him a bit of disservice.
He kicked one from here before. He's going to kick right on 50. He runs out to the right and he goes again. This one will go to the right as the siren sounds. I don't think it made the distance.
Didn't make the distance. No. So siren sounds to bring a halt to the third term here at Kings Park. See Seymour 11-4-70. They lead by, 18 points. 18 points the margin. So Seymour led by 4 at quarter time, 27 at half time. Benalla and Seymour lead by 18. So they only won that quarter by 9 points, Benalla, but they pegged it back 9 points. The margin, 18 points. 11-4-70 plays 7-10-52. 18 points the margin. Earlier in the day, Benalla big winners in the under-18s, and the reserves was a big win to the Seymour Lions. And currently, 3-quarter time, 18 points the margin. As always, the quarter time breaks are brought to you by the Winery Kitchen at 1 Emily Street in Seymour. And thank you to Sam and the crew for the pizzas once again. So if you're looking for somewhere to go, because it is going to be probably a bit ugly by the time this game finishes, if you want to go somewhere nice to have a nice meat, not only pizza, a nice meal, I meant to say, not only gourmet pizzas, they do other meals as well down there at the Winery Kitchen on the right-hand side as you head out towards Puckapunyal before you get to the where the old bridge still stands. Anyway, the framework stands for it at the end of Emily Street as you head towards Puckapunyal. 18 points the margin at 3-quarter time. We'll take it back to the studios. You're listening to Goulburn Valley Football, and it's coming round 9. Coming to you from Kings Park in central Victoria as the lights come on at Kings Park.
Your wishes granted, Greg Sharp.
We can actually see now. It's going to be really good because it was very dark on the other side of the ground. So we'll take it back to you. Hank Creamers will take you around the ground and keep you up to date with all the other scores, and then we'll come back for the final term here at Kings Park. It's 18 points in favour of the Seymour Lions at 3-quarter time.
Just before you go, Greg, what's the netball scores in the A grade?
Finished.
They're
packed. Oh, it was a big win to Seymour. At one stage there, Hank, I think that last score I gave you was 50, was it 60-something to 20-something, so it was a big win.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't help you there. The girls have packed up and gone home. They seen the rain and the dark coming. They said, we're out of here like a robber's dog. Yep.
Yeah, Karen didn't send them. But anyway, we'll get on to them and give them out later on.
Okay.
And, I'll play a couple of promos and a couple of sponsorships, and I'll get back to you.
Thanks, Hank. Ta.
And you're listening this afternoon to Seymour FM 103.9 Sport. And I'm going to go around the grounds right now with a few scores that have come through. And in the Shepparton United game, Shepparton United is 9-9-63 to Tatura 2-8-20. Rochester.
Taste all right?
9-3-57. Shepparton 4-7-31. Mansfield 4-9-33. To Shepparton Swans 3-4-22. Echuca 7-13-55. They're going ahead now with that game where Marupna were leading for a fair bit of the game, but Marupna now 6-6-42, trailing Echuca 7-13-55. And the Euroa and Kyabram 12-14-86 are beating Euroa 1-9-15. So you're up to date with the scores. I go now through a couple of sponsorships and we'll get back to Kings Park.
Oh, dear me.
6, 7. Yeah, it's better with those lights, and there'll be one above 2 here that we can't see. It's just to the right here. That will certainly be easy to see in that last quarter. There, 4.
Jeff?
Yes, Hank, yes, you can come back.
Yep, right after this, mate.
Righto, thank you.
And we'll now take you back to Kings Park with Jeff and Greg. Welcome back, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Hank. Creamers in the studios of Seymour 103.9 and back here at Kings Park in a three-quarter time. Very entertaining game. Has been all day. We see Seymour leading 11-4-70 to Benalla 7-10-52. I'll just go through some of the stats in there. Slightly in favour of Benalla in the clearances. They lead at 23-21. And the inside 50s, they lead at 34-31. So they've actually been inside their forward line much better than, well, more than Seymour. The story of this game could be summed up. It's been Seymour's efficiency up forward against Benalla's inefficiency up forward, if you want to put it that way, because you look at it, it's 17 scoring shots to Benalla to 15 to Seymour. So 11 goals to 7. So it's just that Seymour have been more efficient the times that they've gone forward. I'll just go through the goal kickers for Seymour. 2 goals to Jack Murphy and also Nathan Fowler. That's 2 apiece. Single to Dylan Scopel, Cavagan, Ladeau, Darcy Giles, Sam House and Lewis Lubeck. While for Benalla, they're all single goal kickers. Nathan Wright, Jordan Chee, Sam Begley, McGregor, Christopher Welsh, Jordan Wolfe 1 and Mark Marriott 1 as we're just about ready to start this, and it's good to see the lights are on. Greg Sharp said turn the lights on, and he got his wish was granted, and we can at least see a little bit better for this last quarter because it's very
the old bike track that used to be here.
Yeah.
It would have been handy if it was all, if the other side and this side were in that extra 10 metres, you'd be just that little bit closer.
Exactly.
It mightn't sound like much as the umpire puts the ball in the air and gets us underway. So Brock against Marriott, even Stevens in the middle. So ball comes out to Welsh for the Benalla Saints. He goes forward. Actually, geez, I tell you what, probably could have got a free kick there was Bedgley, but he didn't. McGregor, being good, hand pass, bouncing ball, find Eli. Right foot kick will go towards Wolford, full forward. Oh, just couldn't hang on to it. Ball comes to ground. I tell you what, we're going to have a stoppage. Yep. Jeez, I tell you what, he held his ground, Jordan Wolf. He's a big man.
Done a good job. Done some nice things today.
Yeah, he's another player that's been around a long while. I'm sure he played in that 2014 grand final. Actually positive. And ball up. When we're all younger.
Yes,
had
11 years ago.
Had grey, no grey hairs, the whole lot. That's the way. That's well done, Marriott. Came down to Bedgley. He's hurried right foot, kick under pressure. Found the right-hand side of the goalpost, so it's a minor score. 7-11, 53. The Benalla Saints, Seymour 11-4-70, 17 points the margin. Could be a valuable point.
It could be. This game is no means over. Benalla straight away in this last quarter, out of the middle, attack forward, and probably had a couple of chances to score, but they only ended up with a point, which has probably been as their only negative. But if they could get a goal very soon, this is game on, as Cavagan will line up from fullback, and he's going to go to the club rib side again. He runs off and kicks a long ball out to half back.
He does. Black flies. Ball comes off hands and heads straight to the boundary line. He's been a good player at fullback hill. Had a reasonably fair game. He's picked up Fowler, so Fowler's kicked, what, 2? 2.
Yep.
Been reasonably quiet since half-time, Fowler, too, so he's had to get his kicks well up the ground. So now here's a chance for the Saints to kick back inside. Attacking 50, they do. Giles will turn him away, and he'll come out towards Shraven, who'll mark on defensive 50. Down the Tullarook Road side of the ground, he goes to the beautiful pass to Dylan Scopel, he marks. Problem is the numbers aren't really moving up forward for him. He had Shraven running past for the hand pass, but he decides to go back into the corridor and he spots up Murphy. So Murphy marks on his chest, right in the middle. So the mark is in the centre of Kings Park. Murphy's going to have to go out wide to Jeffries, so he's conceded probably 20 metres backwards. House will get the ball, half volley. Umpire said play on. I agree with the umpire. It was a half volley, but his beautiful kick finds Lubeck. forward to centre. So clubhouse side of the ground. He's halfway between the press box and the change rooms. High ball. It's going to be cut off by the defenders in there, and that'll be Dalton. He'll go back to Manny. It's been a really good player.
Hasn't he?
Been a real good player. Had a good game. So under some good pressure, he's chased out. Has to go out towards Eli. Seamus Fury with a big fist puts it out of bounds well and truly. So Eli, you'll be a bit sorer for that one. Fury came charging through, and he had to stand his ground, Eli, and he was up to the task of doing it. Just couldn't take the mark. The momentum was with Fury. Marriott in front now. Hand pass Barnes. Barnes can come down with a nice pass to McGregor. I think Holsworth.
Rose got a fist in.
Just got a fist enough on it.
Enough on it to spoil him, yeah. Been a good player, especially after half-time. McGregor for Benalla. Across half forward, been a good player.
So boundary umpire to throw it back in. 4 minute mark, final term. Brought to you by J&J Equipment. I was out there this morning getting some firewood. Still got the load on the back of my car. I hope nobody's nicked it. If I catch you, you'll be in trouble. Marriott got the hand pass from Barnes. His kick will go inside, attacking 50. First back there is Beattie. Dispossessed of the football. Wolf, hand pass over the top will go to Riley's left foot kick around the body is off target for a minor score. 7-12. The Benalla Saints 54. And they trail by 16 points, 11-4.
Geez, they've had their chances.
70 the Seymour Lions.
Another one they...
7-12 I meant to say, sorry.
Yep. Another one as Cavigan goes wide out to that outer side near the Ken Daniels stand.
So ball in dispute at ground level. We'll have a stoppage surely. The umpire's coming in now.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
ball up.
Wiley then, a good chance. Realistically, could have hooked it back to goal. They've had 7-12. They've had so many chances to be... Well, they're still in this game. This game is still alive. But
5 minute mark only, his final term. So there's still, you're right, there's still plenty of opportunity for them. Murphy trying to pick it up for Seymour. He eventually gets it out to Beattie. Right foot kick will travel back to centre wing. Clubhouse side of the ground. Warnock at the back does the spoiling. Ball comes to ground. Picked up by Elliott. Gets tackled straight away. We'll have a ball up on centre wing. It's right smack bang in the middle of the club rooms. The umpire to put it back up. So he does now. Marriott. She's done well in the ruck. Not only done well in the ruck, ball spills back. This is Beattie. Beattie's nice little chip to Murphy was actually well done. He did really well. So Murphy told to play on now. He does with a high ball towards centre forward. Fowler in front. Hill with the spoil at the back. Fowler picks it back up, gets tackled straight away. Is it Welsh that was there? It looks like Welsh. Was Welsh. Put the tackle on Fowler and brought him to ground and forced another ball up. So we've got a stoppage right on the 50-metre mark on the arc. So Marriott, well, Jesse Brock was up first. Marriott took it and got tackled by Brock. So we'll do it all again, says the umpire. Only difference is it's about a metre further away from the goal. So this time here, House couldn't take possession of the footy, spilled it, went back and won it and got tackled. And in exactly the same spot, we're going to have the third ball up. No doubt Marriott and Brock for the third time will do the ruck work. 6 3/4 minutes gone. Final term for J&J Equipment Hire in Wimble Street, Seymour. Well, I was wrong. We're going to have it for a fourth time. Oh, no, hold on. The umpire out the back has paid a free kick to Christopher Welsh. Yeah. So Welsh with the free kick. Asked to play on now, he'll have to go short. He'll find Guy Barnes. So Barnes will go by hand. Ooh, a bit of danger here for the Saints. They get a kick away hurriedly. Back towards the centre of the ground. Jeffrey was there first. Dished out by Hill. Turned over. Beattie got a hand pass away for Shraven. The lines are away to Fowler. Fowler by hand to Worcester. Worcester's high ball to Kennedy. No, he dropped it. Has to get back up and go after it. Gets tackled in the pocket. Jeez. No, free kick got to go the way of Dalton by the look of it. Dalton will play on quickly and go into the back pocket. He was off. The umpire said play on. He did. This time here it was Barnes. Oh, sorry, it might have been O'Donoghue there back in the last pocket. Here's a chance now. Ball spilled over back to Kennedy, is it?
Yeah, it was
and Kennedy will run in and shoot for goal and put the 12th goal on the board for the Seymour Lions. They go to 12-4-76. We've played 8 minutes into the final term. Kennedy with his second goal.
Yeah, well, good on him because he's worked hard. He's struggled at times to get in the game, but this second half, and he nearly took a beautiful mark on the lead out there, and it was full stretch. But to his credit, he got up and he went to another contest and kept running to it. The ball spilled out. He got a hand pass and he straightened up from about 30 out and went bang for a very, very handy goal for the Seymour Lions.
3 more shots Benalla's had than Seymour, and they trail by 22 points. Ball back in the middle. Welsh dishes it back. Here's a chance now for Barnes. Right foot straightened up. Nice ball towards Wolf. Can't mark it over the back. Giles will be first there for Seymour. Lifted his eyes just a fraction. Well done, McGregor. Good pressure. Kicks the ball. Does Giles to Lachlan Beattie, who doesn't let him down. His kick going forward's not going to be a good one. Saints were on the move. Seymour were travelling to Ladeau, and the spoil there by Will O'Donoghue from the Saints put it out of bounds for a boundary throw in right in front of the scoreboard that shows that Seymour at 12-4-76, Benalla 7-12-54. Boundary umpire to throw it back in. 9 1/4 minutes gone final term for J&J Equipment Hire. He was out there loading his bottles up today. It's amazing how many bottles they put through that recovery centre out there.
It's busy out there all the time. I went past it there myself the other day. It's always busy.
Yeah. I think he does about 60,000 bottles or something a week. Yeah. So, sling tackle, got to be paid against Thompson. The kick will go the way of Cooper Gracie. So, Gracie just forward of centre here at Kings Park. They're going to the Emily Street end. Good ball, Eli can mark. Actually, I was going to say he could have played straight on and ran into that pocket and had a shot on the run, but he's marked. He's got to go short. McGregor.
You've got McGregor. And McGregor's going to be on a tough angle in this right forward pocket at the Emily Street end, and he's outside the boundary line. He's about 30 out, 35 out from the goals, but he's going to kick from outside the boundary line. He's trying to improve his angle slight. This is a tough shot.
Absolutely no window, is there?
No, there's not. I'm just wondering, is there a little bit of light drizzle? It looks like there might be a little bit. He's coming in now. McGregor, a good player for when he comes, shot on goal. He's going to push across to the face of goal. It's still in play, and it falls through for a behind to Benalla.
So the Saints go to 7-13-55. They trail by 21 points. 12-4-76 is the Seymour Lions, as Cavigan will get us back underway. And he'll go out. Oh, geez, I tell you what, not taken. That's a free kick. Brock dropped it. Then he gave away the free kick. Ball comes back into the centre corridor for the Saints. O'Donoghue picks it up, went to Welsh by hand. Manny's got it right at the top end of the centre square. Goes high towards McGregor. Can't mark it. Well done to, who was it? Holsworth Rose.
Just held his ground well enough.
Held his ground,
Yep.
Got it over the boundary line. So it's in the right forward pocket for the Benalla Saints. They trail by 21 points. It's not as though they haven't had the opportunities to have a smaller margin. They've actually had a chance to, to be able to lead if they want to. Charge and through. Should have been a free kick. The should have went the way there of Gracie, but it didn't. Now Seymour can get it back from Murphy. Gracie's kick was marked by Murphy. Got a hand pass. He'll get the hand pass back as he runs towards centre half back. He goes in the direction of Kennedy. Oh, they've got a fight over it, the Seymour players. Hand pass towards Davis, I should say, was a bad one. He had to put his hand out the back and try and catch it. He'd already gone past the player, and the ball spilled to the ground. Got a ball up. So Marriott up against Fowler. Marriott knocks it down. Seymour at the back of the pack. Shraven can pick it up. He goes for one of those horrible torpedo kicks back towards full forward. Hill for Benalla brings it to ground. Falls to Davis, I should say. Left foot kick. His hand pass went to Kennedy. Kennedy's left foot kick towards goal is off to the left-hand side. And Seymour go to 12-5-77. Pays the margin 22 points, 7-13-55, the Benalla Saints.
Yes,
I think it's right. It is raining because that ball looked like shiny through the binoculars.
Yeah, it's hard to tell through.
Oh, it is here. I can see on the cars next to me.
It's light drizzle, which... and Seymour hanging on to a 22-point lead, and it's not as if Benalla haven't had their chances. Yes. In general play, you'd probably say they've shaded Seymour in general play during the day, but just haven't been able to convert up forward.
So the Saints get us back underway with the high ball out towards Marriott. Geez, I tell you what, it might be drizzly rain, but it doesn't stop him marking it. Would he be best on ground, Marriott?
Getting close to it.
He'd have to be close, wouldn't he? Long ball. Actually, good mark. Is that Hill all the way up the ground? It is too. He's marked just forward to centre wing, right foot kick, and his kick will go in the direction of Wolf. Well, actually, it was O'Brien, his target. Now, ball comes to ground. This is Welsh. Went by hand back to Hill, but they're outnumbered 3-1. Welsh goes back and puts his body over the footy and secures the ball and forces a stoppage. Centre wing, right in front of the Seymour club rooms. So the umpire to put it back up. We played 13 3/4 minutes last quarter for J&J Equipment Hire. 12-5 plays 7-13 in favour of the Seymour Lions. High ball towards centre half forward. O'Brien will mark for the Benalla Saints. Right on attacking 50. He's got to go back. He's too far to kick it. It comes out wide. Actually in front, nearly a free kick to Seymour. Jordan Wolf picks it up at ground level. Hand pass backwards. Manny. Right foot shot on goals off to the right-hand side, albeit just. They go to 7-14-56. That's the Benalla Saints. Seymour Lions 12-5-77. The margin, 21 points in favour of the Seymour Lions. Lights on here at Kings Park.
And Benalla with 4 more scoring shots.
Yep. So Cavigan to Beattie in the back pocket. Beattie will play on now. The rain's a little bit heavier now. I can see it through the binoculars. Goes out wide. Geez, well done there. House had to keep his eye on the footy. Was up to the task. Free kick one.
Free kick. He's going to got rewarded for his effort.
Hanging on. Hand pass straight away. Gets it. Looks like Worcester out wide. He was partly blocked. There's a high ball. Goes back towards centre half forward. Ladeau at ground level. Got worked off the footy by the Saints defenders. Manny got it back to Warnock. Warnock's right foot kick coming forward. Goes off the pack and it's picked up by Ladeau of Seymour. Right foot kick will go back inside attacking 50. The mark is paid to the Benalla Saints. Although through the binoculars this rain, Murphy can win it back for Seymour. Does get spun around the tackle, comes back to Worcester. Right foot kick will go back inside attacking 50. Who's that? Warnock or Dalton? Dalton has taken a very nice mark at centre half back. No, it is Warnock.
Warnock here is a beautiful mark.
Warnock. Very similar. I think they go the same barber. So Warnock now forced to play on off a step. He goes out wide. It's
straight to Fowler.
Yeah.
He's too far out to goal.
Well, in his defence of Warnock, he had no one moving up forward.
No, he didn't.
He was looking for someone to kick it to, and in the end he was told to play on. He played on hastily, or quickly, and the kick shanked the kick and it went straight to Fowler.
Well, Nathan Fowler fancies himself here. He's kicked 2, but he's a long way out. He fancies himself. He's a very, very good kicker to football. When he fancies himself, you never know. When he comes.
The mark is actually, he's kicking from 52.
The high ball's not going to make the distance.
So Hill gets up high and gets a fist on it for the Benalla Saints in defence and to the boundary line. And it'll go out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. About 20 metres around from the behind post. So Seymour 12-5-77. Lead the Benalla Saints 7-14-56, 16 and a half minutes mark gone. This is for J&J Equipment Hire this last quarter. They sell not only hire equipment, they sell steel, firewood, the whole lot. Seymour swoop on the footy. Hand pass has got to come out. Beattie tried to kick it out of the air soccer style. Turned over. The Saints can pick it up. Ball slippery. Hand pass to Mann. He's got to get caught by Giles. Tried to get the hand pass away. The umpire said too late. You had plenty of opportunity. It was a bit like a rolling ball in rugby. So Giles with the free kick, told to play on. Sits it up. Oh, this is easy. Good mark. This is Davis.
Dylan Davis, good pass from Giles, and he's Dylan Davis's mark. True centre forward. He'll kick from just inside 50. And this would be a real handy one for Seymour if you could nail this. Dylan Davis, number 3 for Seymour, kicking to the town end, the Tullarook Street end in this last quarter. Very, very dark, light rain falling. But in he comes, centre half forward, kick from just inside 50. Dylan Davis always puts this way to the left. It'll just sneak in for or behind. It does. A point to Dylan Davis of Seymour.
12-6-78, the Seymour Lions. They lead by that 22 points again, 7-14-56. They led by 4 at quarter time, 27 at half time, and 18 at three-quarter time. So ball out the back. Holsworth Rose got it to Murphy. Murphy went square and he got it to Shraven. He goes to Jeffries. Probably be nearly Seymour's best, and Jeffries.
Along with Murphy. Murphy's been terrific He's bounced back today. Jack Murphy's run hard all day, Jack Murphy.
So by foot, they went to Sam Thompson. Thompson will come out wide to Holsworth Rose again. He can mark and play on. He steadies up. He's got had the numbers out there. He's going to have to go long. Actually, that's a poor kick. Kicked it straight. This time it is Dalton that marks. And Dalton will go short. Oh, Beattie up high. Geez, I tell you what, against Welsh. Ball at ground level. Hand passed out by McGregor of the Saints, trying to find a teammate. Couldn't do so. Welsh got tackled. Free kick has actually got to go to Christopher Welsh. He'll come out and he'll find Martinello. He'll play on quickly. Hand pass. Ooh, they're going to have to work it out. Oh, he's turned it over. Has Cornell. The hand pass will come back out from Thompson to House. House's kick going forward was equally as poor. And the Saints can take a handy mark in the back pocket. This time it was Dalton. I think it was Warnock, actually. And anyway, it doesn't matter. This kick coming out towards us is going to go out of bounds on the full. Slippery ball. Free kick will go the way of House. He'll come back and he'll find James Worcester, centre of the ground. Chip it forward. That's a poor kick. Oh, geez, well done, Beattie. Well done, Welsh. Geez, I tell you what, Welsh was only about a quarter of a metre too slow. Would have had the spoil on that ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't the right. So Fowler leads up and he's going to get hit up by Beattie. Against Marriott. He's quite versatile, isn't he, Marriott? For a big bloke.
He is, he certainly is.
Yeah, a bit deceptive with his speed too. So Fowler with a high ball. Geez, packed flies. Hands couldn't catch the football and it comes to ground. The steady rain here at Kings Park in this last quarter as we go into time on. 20 minutes and 15 seconds gone, final term. Brought to you by J&J Equipment Hire for all your hire needs in Wimble Street, Seymour. So, up high. Geez, I tell you what, even with the lights on, it's dark down in that corner.
It's very, very dark. It's hard to pick him out now.
Who had the free kick? Manny's got it, and he plays on now from the back pocket. Couldn't see what it was for. High ball out wide. Thompson did well. He'll nearly get 50 metres for doing that silly push afterwards. He just got
no, the umpire said no.
Don't do it again. Thompson had a bit of a ride, went for a slide. So what's he got to do? Play on. He's got to go into the corridor. This Beattie will mark this. This is Lachlan Beattie. Or the hand pass over the top for Murphy's got to make it difficult. Toe pokes it towards Nathan Beattie. Marriott there. Picked it up. Hand pass away. Hill back to Walsh. Welsh, I should say. Couldn't take possession of the footy. Ball spills out. Hill again. Kicks it short. Actually had to play on. Tackled. Actually, they knocked it out of his... Actually, that wasn't actually a tackle. He actually knocked the balls. Giles knocked the ball out of his hands.
Should have been play on.
Should have been play on. But anyway, free kick went the way of Giles for his endeavour. It went out to Shraven. So Shraven marks just forward to centre. He'll kick the ball back. This is dull and boring. It's just a game of... good one here. Turned over. Well done. Hand pass will find Riley. Riley will pick it towards Wolf. He's there with Seamus Feary. Who can keep their feet? Wolf is first up. First to the ball there will be Gracie for the Saints. Wolf's there as well. To credit to Seymour defenders, they got back and got the numbers there. This is Murphy. Hand pass will go away to Beattie. Beattie's right foot kick will go back towards centre wing. David, has he got a free kick or is it a mark? I think he's paid the free kick to Davis. Or did go out of bounds? Out of bounds, I think. Looks like the boundary umpire's got the ball in his hands. Or over there in front of the club rooms in the dark. So boundary umpire throws it in. Marriott ran away with the football. So what have we got now? Boundary umpire to throw it back in. Over in the gloom, the dark. This is Brock off hands. They got it, the Saints, and then a hand pass was intercepted by Cavigan. Cavigan went to Dylan Scopel. He went to half forward in the direction of Fowler and Davis. But the Saints have got the numbers there. Dalton, long hand pass, got to be cut off by Thompson, who actually controlled the ball well. Hand pass back inside, looking for Lubeck, couldn't find him. Saints can get it back and come out to the Tullarook Road side of the ground. Foot race here between House and actually House and Cornell. His hand pass went to Welsh. Welsh went back to Cornell, went back to player there in James Martinello, and he's come. Is it Warnock out on the boundary here, or Dalton in the dark? I think it's Dalton with a long left foot kick, goes straight down the line. Here's Marriott, can't take control of the ball. McGregor got the hand pass away, but it was intercepted there by Elliott. Elliott went to Thompson. Thompson's horrible kick is in the worst possible position you could ever kick a ball in when you're in you're in defence. Went to the corridor. Seymour had the numbers there. This is Shraven. Left foot kick will go forward. Actually looking up there for Lubeck. Can't mark the ball, but he can get there first and pick it up. Gets tackled real well and truly there by McCarthy. Ball still in dispute at ground level. Umpire's blown the whistle. Kick. Free kick has got to go the way of Kennedy by the look of it.
Yeah. He's going to get the free kick.
Messy play that was.
Yeah, it was just, it took the old experience of Murphy, Beattie and Shraven out of the middle to get it long, and Kennedy will line up. He's only 20 metres out on a side angle. He's going to be kicking for his third goal. He's had a good second half, Rory Kennedy.
24 and a half minute mark.
This will definitely seal the game for Seymour. If it wasn't already over by now, he's only 20 out for his third goal. Rory Kennedy comes in, and he's got it. His third goal and another goal to Seymour.
So the 13th goal to the Seymour Lions. They go 13-6-84 and 7-14-56. The Benalla Saints, 24 and 3/4 minutes gone into the final term for J&J Equipment Hire, round 9.
He's actually got the most goals for Seymour all in this second half. Rory Kennedy, he's got three. Murphy 2 and Fowler 2.
So time on well and truly into the last quarter. 13-6 plays 7-14. So they've still had one shot more, Benalla.
Yes.
On goal. But anyway, that's the way it goes. We've spoken about it earlier. The opportunities have been there for them as Christopher Welsh goes after the footy and slides along the wet turf. And the umpire said he had no opportunity to get rid of it. We'll ball it up. Stoppage. Forward of centre for the Benalla Saints, right on the edge of the cricket pitches that aren't in the centre of the ground here at Kings Park. So Martinello hunts the ball for the Saints in amongst a heap of players. Can't get it. Jeffrey there for Seymour. I think they've found his spot, Jeffrey.
Yes, he's been good today. He's been excellent.
Yeah, hand pass forward towards centre half forward. Beattie. That was Lachlan Beattie. Went over to Murphy. Murphy went over to Elliott. Elliott's left foot kick will go inside, attacking 50 into the gloom. Kennedy's there again. Numbers are with the Saints at the moment. Kennedy did well. Got the hand pass back to Ladeau. He went without it. Then it spilled out towards Scopel. Scopel to Lubeck by hand. Kennedy got it back. A shot on goal is going to travel right across the face of the goals and go out of bounds in the left forward pocket. No score. 26 and a half minutes gone last quarter for J&J Equipment Hire. You can take all your bottles out there. I think I'll start calling him bottles instead of rabbits. Loves his rabbit traps. Rabbit traps. Steve. Got a brilliant collection of them. Goes towards Welsh. The ball can't mark it. Comes off hands. This is Matheson for the Saints. Tries to get rid of it. He does by hand, turned over. Murphy finishes up with it for Seymour. Right foot kick will go back towards Lubeck. Good spoil came from James Dalton. Ball went out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 27-minute mark ticked over final term. 7-14-56, the Benalla Saints. They trail by 28 points. 13-6-84, the Seymour Lions. Kennedy with 3 since half-time. Matter of fact, he's been Oh, no, Lubeck was the other one that kicked the goal. I was going to say he's the only goal kicker for Seymour after half-time. Lubeck with one. Martinello, who got a hand pass away, got knocked down by the Seymour players. And in the end, it fell to Kennedy, the said player. He was tackled by Matheson and forced a stoppage. So we've got the ball up again. Fowler against Marriott. Probably went to Dylan Scoville. Not probably, it did. Marriott probably won the tap out. This one here is Kennedy now. Right foot kick. I think it's come off hands and it's gone out of bounds on the full, but it came off hands and we'll have a boundary throw-in.
Yep.
7-14-56, the Benalla Saints, they trail Seymour 13-6-84 by 22. No, hold on. I've got that wrong. Not 22 points at all. It's, what have we got? What did I say? 84. So there should be 18 points, isn't it? 18, something like that. Anyway, it's got to be more now because I reckon that goal is going to be kicked by Elliott. Is it Elliott that's kicked it or Lubeck? Lubeck has kicked the goal for Seymour in the doom and gloom, right on the boundary, right on the kickoff line, 14-6-90. Plays 7-14. Lubeck.
His second goal.
With his second goal. And that's at the 28 and three-quarter minute mark.
It's a 34-point lead.
34-point lead.
Yes,
now.
they've gone right away with it in this. They got on top in this last part of this last 15 minutes. They've got right on top Seymour and Benalla. All their lion-hearted work seems to have died down. They've really got top in the middle and up forward, Seymour.
So ball in the middle. Marriott again with a big fist forward for Benalla. Actually, probably could have given away a free kick, but didn't. Ball falls there to Barnes. Barnes got it away to Gracie. Gracie got it away to Welsh. Welsh kick going forward to attacking 50. Actually, he's going to be then picked up by Barnes again going forward with the kick towards Wolf. Cut off by Feary of the Seymour Lions, and he plays on quickly and he goes to Jeffries in the back pocket. And that, my friends, will be the last act of the play because the siren is sound for the final time here at Kings Park today in the doom and the gloom. 29 and three-quarter minute mark. 14-6-90 plays 7-14. So in the end, that's 34 points of margin to the Seymour Lions here at Kings Park in Goulburn Valley Football Round 9. There you go. So 14-6-90 plays 7-14-56. Last quarter brought to you by J&J Equipment Hire in Wimble Street. Seymour, Jeff Ward.
Yes, terrific. Well done to Seymour. Got away, and as I mentioned, and looking back, they got away in the second part of the second quarter and kicked quite to a handy lead before half-time. They've done the same thing in this last quarter to make it a relatively easy win for them. But boy, Benalla were terrific all day. They really competed well. Hats off to Benalla. They really tried hard. They've ended up having one more scoring shot than Seymour. That just shows you if they had been probably more efficient up forward, it might have been a different tale. But well done to Seymour. They got away in that, as I mentioned, in that last quarter and recorded a good victory. But well done. Hats off to Benalla for a great effort. Now the goal kickers, I'll go through them for Seymour. Rory Kennedy kicked 3. Jack Murphy 2, Nathan Fowler 2, Lewis Lubeck 2, and singles to Dylan Scopel. Cavagan got his first goal, Lucas Cavagan, William Ladeau, Darcy Giles and Sam House. And for Benalla, they're all single goal kickers. Was Nathan Wright, probably he should have kicked a lot more. He probably kicked 1 goal 5 for the day. He probably should have got more. But Nathan Wright 1, Jaden Chee 1, Sam Begley 1, McGregor 1, Christopher Welsh 1, Jordan Wolf 1, and Mark Marriott 1. Better players. I'll start with Seymour. I thought I thought Jack Murphy went all day. I thought he set up a lot. He got many possessions. I thought he was terrific all day. Tom Jeffrey, I thought, was a real revelation across half-back. Started many attacking moves. He seems to have found his spot there across half-back where he's very attacking.
A bit like Dylan Scopel a few years ago, right? They shifted him in. Dylan, they were trying to make a sentiment of him. And anyway, I can't remember who got injured one day, and anyway, they chucked him in at half back, and he starred, and he stayed there up until this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
well,
it can happen like that sometimes.
Whoever thought, because Tom Jeffrey, only the other week, kicked 5 goals, he's been up forward. Whoever thought of that move, well, credit to them, because he was terrific. Also down back, Cavigan, I thought, was good all day. He did some good things. Nathan Beatty...